am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me.
I will not enable your silly old fate. Lie on my God, then I'm flipping some tables. Bible, Quran, makes no difference, I'll beg you. Bro, I don't hate, trying to give you a breakthrough. Cause it one way, Jesus is God. Hey, apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless us. There's one way, Jesus is God. Apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics. So let me see y'all, Jesus is God. You can try to change my mind if you think that's around. Don't manifest on me, buddy, just be still and be calm. Cause today I'm gonna teach you about the real of Islam. Just keep it yes here and I'll make you a kafir. Hus gon' be kabir, Habibi should be Shakir. Who's the one true God? Yours can't not compare Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Why I have no fear. Hey, step up and see it for the age of race. Spend your days in the mental gym and never see no gains. I'm yet to see the evidence to represent your claims. I'm starting to think everything you ever said is strange. The scriptures that I'm whatever you might say. And God is great, I'm ready for you any time of day. I will not name you silly old fables. You lie on my God, then I'm flipping some tables. Bible, Quran, makes no difference, I'll bake you. Bro, I don't hate, trying to give you a breakthrough. One way, Jesus, God, hey, apologetics. One way, hey, apologetics. God bless us. There's one way, Jesus is God. Apologetics. One way, hey, apologetics. God, be not afraid. I'm a man of respect. I love the Lord in His hand I project. That's why your ignorance has no effect, and why you ain't sinking your fangs in my neck. You vipers have wisdom, but you lack the innocence. Islam ain't blissful when you have to live in it. Y'all go against the verse if you ain't feeling it. Make up excuses. Add something into it. We not the same. His word is the proof. The fact that you lack it, I'm back in the boot. You panic, attacking, I'm slapping with truth, and that's why you have to react like you knew. But we don't have children to marry for one, and we don't have orders to hurt anyone. I know your demons are hurt because we won, but you can be free if you turn to God's son. And neighbor, you silly old fables. You lie on my God, and I'm flipping some tables. Bible, make no difference, I'll bake you. Bro, I don't hate, trying to give you a breakthrough. Cause it's one way, Jesus is God. Hey, apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless us. There's one way, Jesus is God. Apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless.
Salam alaikum. God bless each and every one of you out there this evening. I know where y'all just come from. I know where y'all just come from. Probably from the same place I did. Man, what a career-ending debate that was. Man, oh, that was bad. That was so bad for Jake. Man, hey, where do you start? Like, where do you start on a debate like that? Like, Jake is so dumb. He didn't even know what authority meant. And Logic defined it in his opening statement. Like, how stupid can you really be? He's like, no, that's not what he means by authority. Like, oh my. Wow. Hey, I feel bad for Jake because you know the Muslim world is gonna attack him for this one. You know the Muslim world's gonna attack him for this one. Oh, that was bad. Oh man, that was bad. That was so bad. He assumes the authority is the binding legal authority. That's what he believes. And another thing, I started laughing something awful. Do y'all remember in his closing statement, he didn't bring this up during the debate so that Logic could actually respond to it. he waited until the closing statement to play a clip. Did y'all see that? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all noticed that. He didn't play that clip the whole debate. He waited until his closing to play the clip. He did that so that Logic didn't get a chance to address it. But I want to point out one thing here. I want to point out one thing because I'm going to play that clip. But don't he know that I'm the Imam? Hey, does he know that I'm the Imam? Because I also have the clip of GodLogic when he was debating Daniel. So after we listen to the clip from Jake, what we'll do is we'll listen to the whole question and the whole answer from Logic. And let's just see if Jake was being honest according to Avery's stance. So he's saying that Avery affirms the authority being the legal binding authority of the laws. That's what he said. And here, let me go ahead and get the clip up here and show you this is what he meant. I'm hoping that this is the one. Let me see if this is the one. Yes, this is the one here. All right. Here we go. Let's make a big screen.
I hope you can hear this.
For example, if the Prophet or someone had a doubt about whether alcohol is prohibited, would they have to go to the Bible and see, okay, is alcohol prohibited, and then based off of that, take whatever the Bible says? Is that what you believe in?
Can I respond?
Yep.
Okay. Matter of fact, let me just answer you fully. Yes, I do believe that. Now, let me respond in full. Daniel. Wow. So yes, I do believe that. When you're asked the question about, listen.
Now, we all heard Logic say, I'm going to respond in full. He gives his yes, and then he's going to give his qualification, but Jake cut him off. So what was Logic going to say? So was Logic saying that the Injil is a legal binding over the laws of the Quran? Is that what he was saying? The clip seems to say that's what he was saying. But if you actually go to the actual debate that Daniel had with Logic, let's go ahead and hear the question and hear the actual answer.
Inerrancy as I read this verse. Surah Al-Anbiya 21:7. And we did not send before you except men to whom we revealed. So ask the people of knowledge if you do not know.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's 21:7. Whoa, blew your mind, right? And then 16:43. And we did not send before you except men to whom we revealed our message. So ask the people of knowledge if you do not know. Ahlul dhikr. Ahlul dhikr. That's
exactly.
what
is that word? What does that mean?
It's people of knowledge, people of remembrance. Yeah. Passage in the Quran where there's a verse, because in one qira'ah, in one variant, because again, I said very clearly, show me the biggest difference in meaning. That was the challenge. Show me the biggest.
I said the Quran
and you said,
is confirming corrupted scripture. Then.
So, oh, you want that? Okay.
Yes.
You think about biblical inerrancy as I read this verse. Surah Al-Anbiya 21:7. And we did not send before you except men to whom we revealed. So ask the people of knowledge if you do not know.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's 21:7. Whoa, blew your mind. And then 6
says to come to us.
Was that there are no other verses. So I find these verses where the Prophet ﷺ is supposed to ask, not the scripture, but to ask others, ask people of Ahlul Dhikr. And again, that's as a reference point. It's a data point in order to answer a question. Not that those people are the ultimate authority. So, for example, if the Prophet ﷺ or someone had a doubt about whether alcohol is prohibited, would they have to go to the Bible and see, okay, is alcohol prohibited, and then based off of that, take whatever the Bible says? Is that what you believe in?
Can I respond?
Yeah.
Okay. Matter of fact, let me just answer you fully. Yes, I do believe that. Now, let me respond in full. Daniel.
Notice, he said, yes, I believe that. Now, let me respond in full. Here you go, Logic. Please give us the full answer that Jake didn't want anyone to hear during the debate. Go ahead. The floor is yours, Logic. We listening, Logic.
You went to verses that literally says to come to us. If you don't know, come to us. You're literally proving my point that the verifier of the Quran, the determining truth of the Quran is us. You got to come to us. Even when you talk about, that's why I had you say what the word is in the Arabic is al-Vikr, the people of the reminder. That's us. That's our book. So you need to come to us if you do not know. Now, by the way, my question was not, show me where.
Oh, Logic said, if they do not know, then they go to the previous scripture to find out. Not that the previous scripture is a binding law over the Quran. You notice, you see why he left that out. You see why he left that out, don't you? You see why he left that out. Let me go ahead and drop this down now. I just wanted to let Logic be able to say his piece. I wanted Logic to be able to say his piece, since he wanted to pull that clip out in the closing statement, thinking that I'm not gonna pull up that clip. Just give me 1 second here. Now, see, this shows you how much Logic doesn't look in the Telegram group. Yeah, let me go ahead. Hey, what's up, my brother DJ Roll in the building? Salam Mama C, brother.
What's going on, brother?
I'm good, man.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me up.
Man.
With this excellent debate that we just watched.
Hey. The first question I got to ask you. What's your first thoughts after that debate? What was your first thoughts of it?
Well, I texted and I've told Avery, because we got like a kind of a little sneak peek live, but that was a culmination of everything that Avery has learned for the Islamic dilemma, and all the debates and all the issues, all the verses that he's memorized, all the discussions he's had with Muslims. That was a culmination of all that. And all that came to head to hit Jake like a brick wall in that debate. Good opening. I told Word the other day that I thought Jake could possibly have the best attempt at trying to solve the Islamic dilemma, but I don't know, man. He's not even touching the preservation. After hearing the debate with Avery and the debate with, I was listening a little bit to Chris Speaker's Corner. He's not even attempting to touch the dilemma.
No,
he's not even attempting. And so Avery pushed that. He exposed that, and he showed, and especially in the cross exam, how, man, it was really good.
Man, my first thoughts after that debate was over was that was utter destruction, like complete utter destruction. Like, that was my first thoughts after that debate, is Jake needs to actually give up debating. After that's career ending right there. Hey, but before we continue though, we got the man of the hour here. We got the chef in the building. What's up, Logic? How you doing, my brother?
What's up, y'all?
Well.
Just had to take my suit off real quick and just get ready for a regular stream, you know.
Yeah, looking spiffy.
You know, I tried to put some you know what I'm saying, special event. You know,
Hey,
special
just hold on a sec there, Logic. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. God bless you.
Hey, who's that?
That was the wifey. That was Miss
Oh,
Claus.
it's an honor. God bless you, Mrs. Claus.
God bless. Good to hear from you.
Hey, shit, this is the first time she ever spoke into the microphone, and this is for the after party. Because man, we was watching that debate, and that was utter destruction, man. And I love that there was two parts in the debate to me that just showed in the debate that you were miles above him, and he was nowhere near you. That was at the end of your opening. You ended it with how he's going to misrepresent you in his opening. Yeah. So you predicted exactly what he's going to say in his opening. So when he does it in his opening, everybody in the audience already knows he's misrepresenting you. Yep. That was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Yep.
And the other part, and then I'll let you speak on both. The other part is one thing that I want to show tonight, because I think it was world class. And it's the first 4 minutes of your cross-examination with Jake. When you're going after Jesus and the jizya, and then that one question right after that, man, like that was legendary. That was legendary right there. Like, and he didn't even know what you done.
He didn't know what happened. He didn't know what happened.
Like, no, you didn't just do it to him like that, Logic.
Yep.
Oh, that was bad. All right, so let's speak on why did you predict what he was going to do? Where did that come from?
Well, it was important. I think it was important for everybody to I want people to understand what's going on. You know, like that's the most important thing for me, is for everything to be clear. So it's funny because my sister-in-law, she was there at the debate. She doesn't like watch this type of content. She doesn't watch this stuff. But when we were done with the debate, we asked her what the Islamic dilemma was, and she was able to break it down. And she broke down where Jake was running, where he contradicted himself, where he was being hypocritical, where he got. That's how clear I wanted it to be for someone who doesn't watch this to be able to catch on to it. So that's why I told everybody what the Islamic dilemma is and what it's not. And this is what Jake is doing.
Man, and that was beautiful. Like, and to tell him and what you did is you define the inspiration, the preservation, and the authority, and what you mean by each one of them. So if he creates, now to me, what Jake did is he created a straw man, right? And he started beating up this straw man, and you're like, hey man, I'm waiting for you to get to the debate and actually argue the Islamic dilemma. Jake's like, no, this is you, right? Like
my God,
he's really thinking this. Like, oh man, it was
this
bad.
Is how you
bad,
know this,
bad.
This is how you know this is bad. This is bad when you do a mock debate before with your Muslim brother, and your Muslim brother, your Muslim brother tells you, look, man, this ain't it, bro. Look, I'm gonna play the Christian, and I'm gonna kind of show you how it's gonna go. And destroyed him with our arguments with the Islamic dilemma. The Islamic dilemma is so easy. It's so clear that even the Muslims, when they pretend like they don't understand it, they can run it against other Muslims and destroy them. So he tried to warn them. He tried to warn them and tried to help him out. That's how bad this is. And this is how you know Jake, he's too prideful. He thinks he's gonna stick with this. This is why he didn't adjust. You get what I'm saying? Like when you do fights, when you get in fights, you gotta adjust, right? You get that first round, okay, let me adjust because He got more reach than me, or okay, he's a little quicker than I thought. You got to adjust in fights.
Yep.
Jake did not adjust after my opening statement. He heard me define my terms, clarify, attack it literally what he's going to say, and still stuck to the script and got beat down. So
he's still not dealing with his weakness of like his arguments. I've listened to now with like David Wood and a little bit of Chris at Speaker's Corner today, and with you, and he's still not adjusting for the text being corrupted. In fact, he granted it that the text is actually preserved, and that gives the debate.
Yes, it's
how
over.
can you fight back?
Yeah, it's over.
Are you kidding me? But you even Chris Claus brought it up. That opening, what you did well, your opening to your cross exam,
thank you,
and then your ending to the cross exam was exactly what you needed.
Yep.
You open with that question. I was kind of wondering because he conceded and say, no, it doesn't mean it's like an authority, even if it's like a new revelation that brings new laws that contradicts the old laws, right? I was wondering. I was like, I wonder what he would said if he says yes. That's a new. If Jake said yes,
if he would have said yes, which I knew he wouldn't, but if he would have said yes, I would have had some. I would have had some.
Okay. Don't give away your secrets. I got you.
So just in case a Muslim does be like, okay, you know what, he got cooked on that one. Let me say yes to that. We'll be ready for the ones who say yes.
Okay, we'll be watching. Man, yeah, like I said, the ending of that cross exam where he just conceded, yeah, the full book is preserved. That's all we needed. That's the debate right there.
Full book is preserved. Got to believe in all of it, just like you believe in all of the Quran. It was over
in the 7th century.
It's over.
And how many times in his rebuttal did he say that he was the jizya collector? Like, that is so embarrassing. Like, I know that your rhetoric is not very good, Jake, but to repeat the same thing over and over. I swear he said it like 8 times in 8 minutes. I'm like, man, I almost felt bad for him.
That was horrible. That was horrible rhetoric, but man, he was getting a little brave calling all the Christians dhimmis in the church. I was like, what is this, bro?
Had to come up with something. You gotta compensate somehow. Gotta try. I even was like rewatching it. I was like, this rhetoric is terrible, bro. And then my wife stole my joke and then put it in the comment section like she usually does.
Even Christina, she's like, it was so cringe. No one in the audience even laughed.
Hey man, yeah,
like that's one thing. Like when you debate logic, you're not just debating him. You're debating the audience too. And I like you have to know it by now. I don't care if you're a Muslim, a Unitarian, a Hebrew Israelite. People are going to show up when logic's going to debate. It's just it's a fact of life. So when logic makes a good point, you're going to hear the audience. They're going to be with him. He's going to say, what do we do, y'all? And they're going to be about 20, 30 people, and they're all going to say, we just read. Right? That's the way it's going to work.
Yeah.
But when you got Jake in there, and he's got like maybe 5 or 6, like it just don't hit the same way.
No.
And so like when he tries to be you in that situation, it just makes him look bad.
Yeah. This is what the only thing I regret is that the church didn't have like audience mics, like live studio mics to catch the audience. Yeah. Because if you guys were there and you heard the audience laughing, clapping, when he got caught, like the parts where I was like, in the beginning of the cross-ex, when I finished him off in the first few questions with the jizya question, the crowd was like, ooh, and just clapping, and reacting. The last one, when I was like, it's over, debate is over, it's done, I relinquished my time. They were cheering, They were laughing throughout the cross, laughing at him. You know, it was bad. I wish that the mics could have caught their reaction, because it just showed how bad it was, man.
You know, I was wondering, because it seemed like they had like quieted the crowd, or they have certain mics to, you know, only for you guys. And so, but I could still hear like a little bit.
Yeah.
And when they asked that question, oh, why don't you just, you know, why are you taking the whole Quran or something? A Christian asked you that, which, you know, you got to keep up with the debate. Like, this is what the debate is about.
Yeah, they asked me why do I believe the Quran is saying we should follow it?
Yeah, no, you gotta keep up with the debate, Christians.
Man.
Come on. But anyways, you responded perfectly, and you had that funny little jab that we all knew, but other people caught up, and we heard the laughter.
Yeah.
Like, dang, it must have been loud in there then.
Yeah, they were rolling. I'm not exaggerating. When I told y'all about how the debate went a little bit, gave you guys little hints, talked to IP a little bit about it. And 100, I kept it what the same thing I kept telling you guys is I'm not exaggerating. So y'all see, when I say I destroyed this dude, I wasn't exaggerating. It was over. It was over. Embarrassing. When I tell you the crowd was laughing, they were loud, they were clapping, they were reacting, oohs and ahs, and you know, all that. They were into kind of like the New York stuff that we see in New York when they're all reacting like that. When I was destroying y'all stuff, it was similar. It was similar to that, but just a little bit more formal, more reserved. But it was similar. They reacting and stuff. It was, man, it was a time, man. It was an atmosphere in there, bro.
Well, and you could hear Jake saying, "Yeah, listen to them." So he was acknowledging that the crowd was making noise and saying things to that nature as well. But truly, ultimately, Jake's argument relied on one thing. And in your cross-examination, within the first 4 minutes, you dissected and demolished his argument.
Yeah.
Like that the whole debate was over at that point, because he hadn't touched any of the Islamic dilemma. So once you like, the rest of the debate was just that like kids game at that point. You're just playing with them at that point.
Yep, exactly. The rest was just, we were just having fun. We just gonna have fun with this since we got the time. You know, I had 16 minutes left, so you know, might as well use it, you know, and expose you some more. And there was one thing like that was ringing in my ear, is that Life told me like he barely watched the Daniel debate. He thought it was a little bit boring because I stuck on 1094 and destroyed him only with that. He wanted me to be more versatile and go all over the place and show how everywhere in the book, you know, you're
remember that's what I told you.
Yes.
I was like, I know you destroy them with 1094, but the only thing I said was, but you know, there's other places you could have gone to.
Exactly. DJ said the same thing. So I was like, okay, this debate we're gonna show off. We're gonna show off, man.
That's what
we're gonna show all these different places in your Quran how we work with it and how it destroys you. So yeah, I hope like with this debate that it popularized some of the more underused verses like 2946, believing what was given to us and to you, 381 about the covenant with the prophets that Allah makes, you know, how the messenger is going to come and confirm what they have, you know, and then as a result, you're supposed to support them.
To me, I honestly to me that's huge, because if the prophet comes, he has to confirm what they and in the cross examination, you oh man, it was brutal when you brought that up towards like the prophet is supposed to confirm what they had, and you asked him, was that corrupted? And he said yes.
And then so he's confirming corrupted scriptures. Right back to the dilemma.
Right back to the dilemma. Welcome to the debate, Jake.
Yeah. So what? Hello. Welcome to the Islamic dilemma. So you're affirming that your Quran is affirming. Okay, all right, here we go.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's like he's learning the debate as it goes.
Yeah.
Like Islamic dilemma as it goes on.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of people were saying that I was teaching him in this debate, and I said I was going to do that. I said I was going to you going to learn, man. I'm going to teach you. So, yeah.
For the last week, I've been going at Jake on X, and we've been talking about the Islamic dilemma. He's been telling me, he's like, no, your boss Avery and David Wood and Sam Shimon, they all believe that the authority is the legal binding laws over the Quran and the Muslims. I was like, no, they don't. I was like, man, and then he posted that clip on X that he also played in the debate. And I was like, nah, man. I was like, just play the rest. Avery literally says in his answer, when he gives his full answer, that if they are in doubt, if they don't know, then they go to the previous scripture. And if that's what it is, then that's what it is. But it's not solely legal binding authority over the Quran. Nobody's ever made that
no one's made that argument. You can go to all my streams, all the times that I've talked about this, all the times I talked about this on TikTok, YouTube streams, 4 years of ministry, 4 years of live streams to go through and check. Me debating the Islamic dilemma. I literally have topics where I specifically say the Bible is the authority over the Quran. That's a topic I run occasionally, going through 1094. Never, ever do you hear me say that based on 1094, the Bible is legally binding, a legal authority over the Muslims. I never have said that.
No, ever, not ever. And before we say anything else, I see you on mute there, DJ. Just give me 1 second, because we got to bring another one up here to the panel. We got another brother on standby down there. Hey, and y'all may know him by Watch Your Head, dog. Hey, the Word Nye. What's up, my brother? What's up, Word?
What up, everybody? Salam, I'ma see, man. Hey, Logic.
Hey,
Rewatching that, man, it was just, yeah, man, that was a decimation.
Word was there, y'all. Word. You were in the audience. What was the crowd like? What was the audience like, bro? Talk to them.
Oh man, it was like they was at a prize heavyweight fight. They was doing the oohs and the ahs and the like clapping, and hey, you could tell it was heavily, in Logic's favor, but they was reacting the gotcha moment type things. They clearly understood it. They clearly was, in tune. I would say they was really engaging with the whole debate, and the debate if I don't think it does it justice rewatching it.
Right.
But it was an epic debate. It was a masterclass of a debate. Out of all of the Islamic dilemma debates that I have seen, I would say that's my favorite one. And I think you could teach a class on that debate alone, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy to say. You say that's still crazy. Thank you, man.
No, man. That's true. Like that opening statement that you gave, like that's what people should study from to learn the Islamic dilemma and how to present it. Like truly, like that opening, like if you were probably watching in the chat of Marlon's channel when it was going, everyone was saying the debate's over now.
Right.
Like, everybody knew it right then. Like 4,000 people watching that debate.
Yeah.
Everyone was saying it's over right now because of how completely understandable you explained the Islamic dilemma, and then explained how he's going to misrepresent the Islamic dilemma. It was beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, the big booms were at the beginning of the cross-examine at the end, as we said, but there was something in the middle where he was I think you were talking about 381. and it shows if he doesn't line up, then he could be like with the previous prophets. It's confirming what they have. Then it shows that he's a true prophet.
Mm-hmm.
But then the opposite should be true as well, and he just throws that out, and for no reason says that doesn't follow.
Mm-hmm.
If you say if it doesn't line up, it shows he's a false prophet. For no reason whatsoever, he says it doesn't follow, and that's why. And you couldn't even get into it. The audience understood, which was good.
Yep.
They understood the question because they had to ask the question again.
Mm-hmm.
And the audience fan questions.
Yeah.
So, but they gave the wrong verse, or Jake gave the wrong verse, but they understood what it was, and that's how you could tell the audience was like engaged, and Jake was getting mad at the audience. We didn't capture all the audience noise, but you could tell he was getting upset by it.
Yeah, it was 1094 when he said, "Give me the inference rule for that." Look at this guy. Give me the inference rule for that.
The inference rule for that, please.
But you combined it with 381.
Yes, it was combined. Yep.
Yeah.
That would be the inference, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he was going to start to try to drag logic into a philosophy type of argument, and I'm glad Logic just didn't take the bait, because that's what they do. They start philosophizing and using their jargon, and then the debate, and then the audience wasn't going to be able to really
Using their
track.
vernacular.
Using their vernacular, you know. But one thing I do pay attention to, this is why I like the cross-examination so much, is you can tell who's really controlling debate by the cross-examinations.
Yeah.
And even in Jake's cross-examination of Logic, once I think he knew he hit a roadblock, he let Logic monologue for like 2 minutes, and I was like, is Jake not gonna stop him? It's like he was thinking, he was like, I'm gonna let Logic keep going so I can think what else I'm gonna bring up, because he didn't have nothing else. He literally didn't have nothing else.
Yeah, that I know the part you're talking about. The part you're talking about is when I finished that, he said, let me ask it a different way. Let me ask it a different way. That's the part you're talking about.
Yeah, and then right, and then Logic gave an answer. It was probably about a fleshed out minute, and then he tried to stop Logic, and then Logic said, "Let me finish," and then he said,
"Give me 45 more
give
seconds.
Give me 45 more seconds," and he said, "Go ahead." I was like, "What? He's gonna give him an extra 45 seconds?"
You know what I call that word? You know what I call that? He Albi'd him.
Yes. And he even let Logic get away with asking him a couple questions in his cross-examination.
What happens is, and I point this out all the time, one thing that I really truly love, when Albie's in his game and he's on his bag, like he's ready to go and he's in it, he takes over his opponent's cross-examination and goes into teacher mode, and he just obliterates them. Logic did that to Jake, and in Jake's cross-examination, Logic was the last one to speak in his cross-examination, and man, it was just beautiful how you took, like, you Albi'd him for sure. That's what I wanted. It was a complete Albi'al situation right there.
Yeah, getting the last word on his cross exam like that. After that's the consequence of spending so much time in the so-called authority problem without delving anywhere near the textual corruption problem, or if the Quran teaches textual corruption. When he dipped a little bit into it, saying that Jesus is not the Son of God, boom, you ended it right there. His own cross-exam, you ended it saying, "Oh, welcome to the Islamic dilemma." That's exactly the problem.
I didn't expect him to say this. This is what happens with a lot of these people, man. Like, for example, Uthman, when I asked him about the Messiah question, I didn't expect him to say what he said. Like, yeah, all prophets are messiahs. I did not expect that. I did not expect Jake to say, no, Jesus does not abolish the jizya when I asked him. I couldn't believe it. That's why I said, Jake, I'm going to give you a chance to answer honestly before I read this hadith. Does Jesus abolish the jizya? No, he doesn't. And then waffled on him. Okay. All right. But to see they get themselves in trouble themselves, you know? Like if they're honest from the jump, there won't be clips made or like these. It's like it's building up when they're dishonest. It's the momentum is building up after that.
I was gonna say that, and then 45 seconds later say, no, I didn't say Jesus didn't do that.
Yes, and then say you didn't say that, like, bruh. He was contradicting himself so much that like there's moments where I'm literally like, man, what are we doing here, man? Like, what is this? Like, I was genuinely like, what are we doing? We all heard you say what you just said. Now you're saying no, you didn't. Yes, no, yes, no.
The crowd notices the yes, no. Yeah,
man.
I'm just gonna read some of the super chats before we get back into this. D Jules says, "Ain't no way I would have wanted to eat with GodLogic after a whooping like that. Take it easy, GodLogic."
Man, listen, we ain't showing no mercy in 2026, man.
Ain't no mercy shown in 2026 on King David. Ain't no mercy being shown in 2026.
You ain't calling me Al Rahman, man. Nah, not in 2026.
Nah, ain't happening.
Not merciful.
We got loaves of bread. Salam Al-Masih, thank you so much. Says, I time warp from his terrible discussion with Chris. It's bad. If you were watching that discussion on X that he was having with, like, he actually thought he was winning it the same way he thought he was winning the debate with Logic. It's completely, it's brutal. Hey, Monty, Salam Al-Masih. He says, Salam Al-Masih, that was terrible. Comedy gold. Man, there are going to be clips pulled for days.
Oh, yeah.
Off that.
Oh, yeah. We gonna be busy on our team. Allah's little helper 100. Get these timestamps ready, man. Allah's little helper be ready. We gonna have a field day with this, man. Y'all.
Oh, it like you could have a compilation of just Jake contradicting himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was literally that bad. Hey, Woody, Salam Al-Masih. He says the live clip in real time was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. It was kind of a. I'm not hating on it. He did what he had to do, but he did it at a time where Avery wasn't able to respond. But that's why when the Imam does his reviews, the Imam always got the clips. So we've seen Avery actually give the full answer to that question where Jake had cut him off. And we wonder why you cut that off, Jake. We need an answer for that.
Yep. No, I'm hating on it because that was terrible. And like Logic was saying about the crowd earlier, the crowd even caught it in real time. The crowd was like, what? Why do you stop it? Keep playing it. And they was actually, I think that was one of the times when like Marlon had to tell the crowd to like calm down because the crowd was actually, yelling like, finish the clip. Finish the clip. Why you stop it? He stopped it and then he started explaining what Logic said after the clip. And the crowd, they caught it. It was a sharp crowd in there. They caught all of the fallacies, they caught all of the circular arguments, they caught all of it. And they caught that whole clip thing. It didn't have no impact on the judgment of the crowd at all.
Yep, they knew he was being dishonest. They were hot. They were like, oh, come on. Oh, play the full clip. Oh, what are you doing? Play the clip. Play it all. Finish it. Let's hear the whole thing. It was tough.
Yep.
It was tough for them. That's what I didn't have to say anything. I didn't have to say anything when he was misrepresenting me. I didn't have to say anything because the crowd knew. The crowd was sharp, man.
Hey, was that
the same with the live chat too? Sorry.
Hey, was that your first like a formal type of debate in person?
Yes.
We know you had the street ones, but so yeah, that was your first one.
Yeah, first time formal in person.
hey, to get the crowd on your side like that, to make all those noises when it's a formal.
Yeah, right.
Had him acting like a street debate.
No, for real. It's interesting. Like even watching it back, man. Like it's formal, but I couldn't help but like I was just myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was myself. I got the crowd involved in my opening. I asked them, "What do? We just read." You know,
And the suit is crazy too.
in the suit, man. In the suit. I couldn't help myself, man. But yeah, I did feel like I did hold some things back, you know what I'm saying? But I was still myself. I mean,
you brought your spoon, that was good.
Yeah. I brought my spoon. I left my chef hat because it was formal. Okay. I left my chef hat.
Yeah, no hats. It's formal.
No hats.
Right? You gotta be a little professional now.
Yeah, gotta have some type of professionalism. But I for sure brought the spoon, y'all. I had to bring the spoon. I had to. And what y'all think about me bringing the red book?
Man, hey,
in the
I was dying laughing when you got that out on the table. I even think Marlon was laughing when you got that out on man.
Marlon was rolling.
The crowd was too.
Really? I was wondering about that. You broke out the red book. I couldn't tell if I could hear the crowd or not, but I was like, bro, he's breaking out.
Dude, the crowd was done when you guys, that's what I'm saying. It didn't do a service. I pulled out when he said, Avery, is you're up first for the cross. I pulled out my spoon from my backpack. Right? Then the crowd clapping, laughing, you know what I'm saying? And then we got started. When I brought out the red book, they was dying. They was rolling.
Well,
you know,
everyone knows what the red book means.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Muslims don't, but the Christians know exactly what that red book means. That
the
makes
Muslims
sense.
do too. The Muslims know what the red book is too. Don't think that the Muslims they watch everything. They know what the red book is.
True. And we got Loaves of Bread again. Said Jake is so overconfident he emits Dunning-Kruger. Hey, ain't that the truth? Mm-hmm. And then we had our man GodLogic down in the chat. Sends a super chat. Thank you, my brother. He says, thank you, Aki. Hey, thanks, Ak. That was an excellent debate. That was gold. I know that there's going to be tons of reviews on that debate. Man, a lot of times I say that God was glorified in a debate, but you did exactly what you were supposed to do in that debate. Like that was beautiful. Like right from start to finish, like right to the ending of the cross-examination, right from your opening, like beautiful. The closings are the closings, right? That's just the finishing off part. But the actual debate, perfect, like every way that you could form a debate. Yeah. Like truly, honestly.
Yeah. Praise God.
Amen. Yeah, glory to God.
That's right.
Man.
That's right.
And then we got Bruz down there. Salam Amasi. Avery, why you got to terrorize these Dawa guys, man? You got Us Marathon doing cardio.
Us Marathon is crazy.
Oh man.
Us Marathon. Man, hey, that deserves a shout out. W's in the chat for Us Marathon.
I should take up his running program, man. I should take up his running program.
Jake straight up lying. Muslim lantern trying to turn on the lights. Who's next? Probably the Warner trying to get into the Illuminati.
Nah, don't get too close to the Warner, man. Don't
get too close to the Warner, man.
Man, that was a good one though. Hey, what's up, Yisrael Bethel? I hope Jake didn't press charges on you. That was battery right there. Like that's seriously something that he could have got charged for right there with battery of Jake. That was bad.
That was more of a battery than what happened at the park.
And if y'all want to check out my review of that, you got to check out the Dawa Drama live stream where I go through the ins and outs of how they planned to do all of that type of thing just to call the cops. But that's my perspective, of course.
And whose fault? Avery's fault. He shouldn't have killed Malik like that, man. That was messed up.
Hey,
Whose fault? Avery's fault.
you know I'm putting, like, a lot of people think that this is just because of what happened now. No, like this stems from 2 years ago. Like the real ones know that this stems from 2 years ago. So whose fault is it? It's Avery's fault.
Who did it?
Avery did.
Let him know, Chris. You gotta call it. You gotta tell the truth.
Man, the reason is Avery made it. He made this man Maloink look so bad in a debate. Muslims was calling him Dr. Shirk.
Yep. We're not exaggerating. Remember, when I say we're not exaggerating, we're not exaggerating. Muslims were literally calling him Dr. Shirk.
It was bad.
Hey, by the way, Chris, you didn't have to pay Avery $100 to be on the stream. We got Avery out here supporting your ministry.
Hey, DJ.
Oh my bad.
Come on. Wait. You think he's cheap like Libiano? No. It's like $250 an hour. You want Logic on your live stream for an hour?
Man, I mean, a certain Muslim should ask for a discount after that beating he put on Jake.
Yeah. What's really funny is I didn't even know Logic had texted me until he sent the message into the live stream. Send me the link. Then I looked at my phone and he'd already sent me a message saying, send me the link and I'll stop by. But I'd already sent the link into the Telegram group. So I thought you'd get it there. But then I sent it. So he actually asked me to come on. I didn't even ask him to come on. That's weird. That's love right there. See, notice how we don't have to pay to have the people that do apologetics on our live streams and stuff. Where what Dean responds is what, $60 an hour?
That's tough.
Libiano's like what, $100 an hour?
Crazy.
Man.
Hey, highlight 100's comment that he just put real quick at 8:19 p.m.
8:19 p.m.
100 from 100. It's right in between Protestant Believer and Adiz, right in the middle of those two. There you go. Look, guys, it says Jake is already getting the bring Libiano comments from the Muslims.
Oh boy.
Oh, no way.
Indirect admission that their guy got ragdolled.
Oh. Yeah. You know the bad part about this too is that Jake claimed to be Libiano's father.
Yeah, sure did. He's the one who taught Libiano his arguments and his swag and all that.
He even said Libiano would agree with him as well.
Yep.
Huh.
Hey.
Huh.
So you're saying
interesting.
So what you really mean is, Chris, is
oh yeah. Oh, that's a callback.
Hey, only the real ones to know that one.
Only the real ones, man. Only the real ones know where that comes from.
Callback.
Man, I think I was on the live stream that time. I was dying laughing. Man, I couldn't get over that. We was making fun of that guy at least for the next 3 weeks after that.
Yes. I think it honestly was the rest of the year, honestly.
Maybe it was the rest. It was a long time. And we got D Jules in building, says speaking Muslim ain't paying Jake for this debate. I think he does, like it, and we're not lying. Like Muslims really charge Muslims for their time. Like speaking Muslim talks about Jake like they're friends. But they can't be. If Jake's charging him to go like speak on TikTok an hour for his time. I honestly heard speaking Muslim say he was paying Jake $250 an hour to come speak on TikTok. If you're doing that,
bro, what?
You can't claim that you're friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
I jump on speaking Muslim panel for $250 an hour.
I can't. Yeah, no, but you're right, D Jules. I wonder how much he paid. Could Speaking probably did pay quite a bit. And if y'all would have
renegotiate the contract after that, man.
And if y'all would have went out for supper or lunch with Jake and Speaking Muslim, I bet you Speaking Muslim would have paid for y'all too.
Mashallah.
Almost guarantee he would. And then we got Jesus is God Apologetics. He says, God bless you guys. Hey, God bless you, man. Salam al-Masih. Humble Servant says, Uthman, Hamza, Mosir, Muslim Light Bulb, Siraj, Flipiano, Daniel Pikachu, Jake the Muslim, Straw Man. Who's next, Logic? The Grim Reaper, for real, for real.
Praise God. Jake the Muslim straw man is crazy.
That's pretty accurate, though.
Somebody in the comment section said, "What's an Avery?"
What's an Avery?
A bunch of what's a questions coming out, man. It's so hilarious ever since Uthman, man. What's the debate?
I couldn't get over, like, and even the Muslims are commenting on the hot mic. They're like, y'all heard the hot mic, like, like Jake said that. Even now, I didn't know this about Henny until lately, but Henny and Malik shared a motel room together back in the day, so they may be together. But Henny also said that he heard the hot mic as well. So we got Uth Marathon, and we got Jake the Muslim straw man.
Jake the Muslim straw man.
I've been like, since that debate, I've been thinking like about Jake's argument about the law, like legals. He's gonna have to demonstrate that more. He's gonna have to flesh that out more, because I was like, well, okay, if the Quran is a legal authority binding over the Christians, well, why didn't they have to be forced to go to Friday Juma prayer? And why they didn't have to, was they allowed to marry children? Were they allowed to beat their wives? I'm serious. Like, he's literally going to have to show that their laws was going to have to be applicable to the Christians, which it doesn't. Like, there's no way that just because they had to pay the jizya, that means that every law that the Quran lays out, they had to follow, because they didn't. They didn't have to go and do tawaf around the Kaaba. They didn't do any of this stuff. So his argument just fails once you start to really dig into it and look. Well, what laws did the Jews and Christians have to follow that the Muslims did? They didn't have to do any of that.
Yeah. Than put a good little syllogism together, and just paraphrasing the argument, just the concept that the Jews and Christians in Muhammad's time, they were invited to Islam. They were invited to believe in Muhammad as a prophet and all that kind of stuff. They rejected him. And still, the Quran told them to judge by their own scriptures after being invited to Islam, right? So this whole it doesn't make sense. It's not touching the Islamic dilemma. Even what he's trying to argue is silliness. The Quran being a legal authority over the previous scriptures necessarily. Even if that's the case, bro, you still have the dilemma. It doesn't matter if they have to follow their rules, the rules of the Quran or not. It's the dilemma still stands. It has to line up with the previous scriptures, or it's false.
Yeah, because Christians still was able to eat pork. They still was able to do all this stuff. And I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really just affirmed the dilemma more than and
Mhm.
solved it
Yeah.
because it doesn't line up with the previous scriptures at all.
Yeah, I was telling Chris, and I talked to Word the other day. I was thinking, because of Jake and like who he is, because he's supposed to be this ultimate Dawa guy, and he has some credibility with the Dawa guys. This is the best possible like debate like opponent you can have, and he's being like the father of like Libiano and whatnot. And I was thinking at first maybe this is the best type of response, but after listening to him with Chris at Speaker's Corner and you, and he's not even touching the dilemma.
And
At least the
I cook
conscious edit.
DJ. I cook DJ on it because now
Yeah,
he see it my way now. You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
at
mean, you
least
cooked me too, because remember you said this is the worst argument against the Islamic dilemma ever, and I was like, oh, come on, John Fontaine. You think this
I
is worse
don't
than
know,
conscious
man.
edits? And Word was right, because he's not. This argument is not touching the Islamic dilemma. That's what makes it so bad.
Exactly.
So you cooked me too, Word. I
Yeah.
gotta give you your
Yeah, I
flowers.
mean, listening to that Chris
Yeah.
conversation today was just so frustrating
Yeah.
because Jake would not move on. I mean, Chris repeated himself like 5 times of what his position was, and then he kept asking, "Can we move on to like the prophecies and how it lines up with the previous scriptures, if the previous scriptures are corrupted or not?" And so Jake just kept threatening to leave if he would not like agree with him on like authority.
Yeah.
And so, but you had that debate platform where he was going to be forced to address that problem, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
got cooked. Absolutely.
So
For
now
not
that
giving
we're
it back.
talking about debates, my sister Christina down there says her top 3 favorite debates: Avery versus Jake, number 1; me versus Central, number 2; and Avery versus Malik, number 3. That is a good 3. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, and I feel honored that I'm even in that list. So thank you so much, dear sister. God bless.
You did Central bad, bro.
I
You saw my face throughout the debate. That was a tough one to sit through.
Yeah, that was a bit. Well, which one, the first or the second one? Because he did them bad twice.
That's true.
I think the first was worse than the second.
Yeah.
But so since our sister and your wife asked this question, I'm going to ask this question to everybody on the panel. So I'm going to start off with you, Mr. DJ Roll. What is your 3 favorite debates in history that you've watched?
That's a big question.
In history is kind of wild.
Come on now. that you've watched, though. I can name top 3 debates.
I'll let you go first then, because that's a tough one.
All right, so I'll go first. My first one, and it's one of the more recent ones, and I don't think anybody's gonna deny this one.
Recency bias.
It's the 4 versus 4 female debate, the 4 Christian women versus the 4 Muslim women. Honest to God, that's my number 1 right there, only because it's never been done, and the way that it was done and set up was such a wonderful way they done it, and both sides. To me, that was number 1 in my books. Number 2 would be Sam and Jay Dyer versus Ejaz and Daniel Pikachu in the debate on what platform was that again?
Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, the Fresh and Fit platform. Like where Sam, like Jay didn't do much during that debate. I ain't gonna lie. Jay was there for Jay's part of it. But Sam dismantled. But it was bad.
He said Jay was there for his part of it.
Jay was big chilling though. He did do a lot of chilling.
Oh man.
Hey, I'm gonna call it the way it is. But that's my second favorite debate. Now, my first ever, my third, and actually you could put these 3, or you could put the other 2 anyway. The first one's set in stone. That's my favorite. The other 2 you could argue about, but I truly enjoyed the debate with Logic and Captain Tazariak.
Wait, which
me,
one?
The second one.
Okay.
To me, because of the way that you come at it, and I'm gonna say and Yawasop. Like I gotta add that one in there.
That's 4 though.
Nah, that's 4, Chris. You
that's
cheating.
4.
You cheating.
That's
That's
an on.
4.
Okay,
Look at Chris breaking his own
I'm gonna
rules.
say honorable mention. I'm gonna say honorable mention then.
So which one is the honorable mention? Look at him.
Trapped.
Look. Stuck.
I can't lie. The Yawasop, man. The Yawasop's got to be 3. I got it. And the captain's got to be an honorable mention. Yawasop's got to be 3. Yeah, I can't lie about that one. Like, yeah, I can't lie. So those are my 3 favorite. Did anybody get a chance to think?
I can't really.
I
I watched and listened to a lot of
I
debates.
think the Tovia Singer versus Michael Brown was a good one.
that is good.
I ain't gonna lie, I gotta put this one as far as the Muslim versus Christian with Logic and Jake. I think that was a great debate, man. I think because it wasn't the typical Jake did try to bring a different angle, and you can still see that even no matter what angle you try to deliver and get out from under this Islamic dilemma, it just don't work. So it was still kind of refreshing, like hearing it argue from a different point of view than just the same old, script type thing. Even though I think it's the worst type of argument that Jake could bring, I think Logic handled it perfect, and it was just a different. It didn't seem like the regular old, run around with the Islamic dilemma debate. And man, the third one is gonna be tough. I think I did enjoy the David Wood versus Alex O'Connor debate. I thought
Top
that was
3 though of all time.
Nah, I wouldn't say top 3 of all time.
I was gonna say I
He's
wouldn't
just
have backed
searching.
that one.
Yeah, he just naming
I'm
the
searching
big-
now. I'm searching my mind, bro, because I'm thinking about the ones that I enjoyed. I think a lot of the debates is.
Yeah, I would have chose like Logic over it. Logic and Itachi was even better.
I
Than
was
that
gonna put Logic versus Yawasab on it, but I can't put Logic too many times in my top.
Yeah.
Why not?
Keep him humble. We got to keep him humble.
Why not?
Because they're gonna be saying I'm biased, bro.
Be
Like,
true to yourself, man.
No,
Look, man, you
You know
got
what?
somebody that hopped on the scene, man, that's doing things. Man.
yeah. I mean, I think Yawasab was just outclassed though. Like he was really outclassed, like by a long shot.
You feel me?
I guess I could say this will be
Just
different.
before you do DJ, Christina's statement right here says it all. This statement, here says it all. Right
Don't
there.
play with me, man.
Yeah. Hey, that you turn that boy into a meme.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, about PSA, I just got a text saying that Uth Marathon is on live talking smack. But
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah.
About Logic?
Go let him rot.
What else? Who else do he talk smack about? Of course, it's
Okay,
about
that's
Logic.
fine. He's seething. He is seething right now. The fact that he embarrassed himself. But as far as debates, I guess I'll give. I mean, it is recency bias, but it was pretty fun and pretty like cool to hear like the build up that with the debate you just had. It's recency bias, but it was a clinic, and it is exactly what you should do with like the Islamic dilemma. And because they're trying to bring their so-called like best guy. I don't know who they think their best guy is, but he's one of them. You have to give him like the respect that he's not running away like Uthman, that coward. That's swine.
Yeah,
because he ran, and Jake knew too that Uthman ran, and so you got to give props to Jake for not running. He's supposed to be supposedly one of the best, and that was a clinic. And I guess a Wayback Machine. I really like the debate with James White and Dr. Michael Brown. And
They debated?
who can
No,
not
they
against
teamed
not
up.
against each other.
They teamed up.
Yep.
Oh,
Against
against-
two Unitarians. And I
Oh,
enjoyed that one.
really?
It was a way back one. So I enjoyed that debate.
Yeah, one of them was I got into a discussion with him a long time ago. Sir Anthony Buzzard
Yes.
was one of the Unitarians, and the other one was a Messianic Jew. I believe his name was Joseph something.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good debate. I give you that one. Like the 2-on-2, the Trinitarians against the Unitarians. Yeah, that was a good debate. I give you that one.
Yep. And then for my third, I'll just combine both Sam Shamoon and Anthony Rogers versus every Unitarian and oneness. That's cheating, but whatever.
I got my third one.
Mm.
IP versus Daniel Hookie.
Ooh,
Oh,
not bad. Yeah, that's actually
Oh, yeah.
that cross exam was
Yeah,
that was memorable.
that was deadly.
That's tough. Okay.
All right, we on to the shake. We
All
on to
right.
GodLogic.
Yeah.
What's
So-
the 3?
So my first, so I'm not gonna put these in order, but top 3 that's come to my mind is Sam and Jay versus Daniel and was it Ijaz, I think, or no,
Yeah.
whoever it was.
Yeah, Daniel Nijaz.
It was the absolute decimation of that. It makes me say we dominated them because it really did. It was Christians versus it was Christianity versus
It really
Islam
does make
there.
you feel like a team, like we're
Yep.
part of it.
It was our team, our guys versus their guys. That's what it was on a secular platform with the views that it got, the effect that it had afterwards when it came to like showing that we dominate these dudes on an intellectual, scriptural, spiritual, that we dominate them. And I was able to be shown on a massive platform, and it's still like effective, right? So that right there is definitely top 3 for me. Another one I have to put my debate with Yawasop, bro.
Bias.
Are you just copying my list?
No, when you asked, I had Yawasop. The Yawasop debate was already in my mind.
I like to live on forever, Abby.
Look here, Linda. The Yawasop debate was an absolute decimation of the Hebrew Israelites, and it wasn't even close. And it was the atmosphere and the crowd like chanting and reacting. And after that debate, when it was hitting social media and all that kind of stuff, it really like was putting people on to what we do and to this side of apologetics. Like apologetics isn't formal and super astute and you got to speak no, this is new age. This is apologetics right now. It's fun, it's electric. Christians are dominating and there's nothing they could do about it. So that's definitely up there. For a third, this is gonna be I think this is underrated, but I loved Frank Turek's debate against Christopher Hitchens. Or was it Richard Dawkins? One of those. I think it's Christopher Hitchens.
I think it's Hitchens.
Yeah, I think I loved what he did to Christopher Hitchens. I think he destroyed him. And I was really proud watching that, before I was GodLogic. So yeah, what he did to Christopher Hitchens was dope.
All right, so what we did there is we went through our top 3. Now I'm going to go through some of the super chats here, and then what we're going to do is each of us are going to come up with a debate that we want to see in the future.
Okay.
All right. So each one of us is going to come up with one debate that we want to see in the future. Hey, salam alaikum to the Apologetics Roadshow. We got the Dizzle in the building.
Yo.
He says, Jake is actually brilliant. Do you want to know why Jake is brilliant, though, Avery? He made everyone feel sorry for him by acting like a baby seal getting brutally clubbed by Avery. Now everyone will think Avery is a mean bully who mercilessly beats helpless morons. Oh, I tend to agree. I do tend to agree with that statement because if that's what his intention was, hey, brilliant. It worked to it. Your plan worked to its fulfillment right there. It did.
What can we say, man? What can we say?
And thank you again, David. God bless, brother. And then we got God given says Muslims are only doing debates not to debate the agreed topic, but to debate their own topic and trying to catch you guys off guard. Yeah, he actually didn't really come close to the topic at all. He just wanted to see if he could like what we really saw in that debate was the pure definition of a straw man argument. He basically said, no, Avery, what you said your argument is not that. It's this. And you have to defend what I'm saying, not what you're saying. Like, it was brutal. And then I fear no evil says, when he said, I can't smell what you're cooking while Avery was steering, boy, obviously you can't smell when you in it.
That's the truth.
Ain't that the truth?
That's the truth.
And then we got Big Brother Scott in the building. And he says, GodLogic for the win. Peace and love to you guys. Hey, peace and love to you too, Milk Brother, Big Brother Scott. God bless, man.
God bless.
Much love, brother. Study.
Hey.
And we got Phil in the building. It says Avery is serving up Jake kebabs. Brogons be scrubbing bro's gonna be scrubbing pots and pans all night because he absolutely cooked.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, man. It was pretty bad.
And then we got the mind of Ray says top replies, Torah, gospel are corrupted, negative hadiths are weak, verses contradict because you don't know Arabic. When all else fails, because we believe. Why are you on here doing this? What's a debate?
Why are you doing this? Did Jesus tell you to do this? They trip me out when they come up on my panel. Would Jesus approve of you doing this? Yeah, he would.
You guys are just spreading hate. You never talk about your own religion. Why are you guys doing this all the time? Then we got Sahih Christy in the building. Salam alaikum. Oh, and he give us his favorites here. He says Jimmy Akins versus Bart Ehrman is my all-time favorite. Akins destroyed Bart. 2-on-2. David and Avery versus Muhammad from God.
Oh, that's a good one.
And lastly, DW versus Kenny on child marriage. Now, I could have added the Kenny versus David on child marriage into it. I just don't like Kenny.
D Wood baked him so bad.
That was
hilarious.
You know Kenny from around my way too. It was crazy.
It was one of the worst debates I've ever seen in my life. Like, truly. James is tired. Is the debate posted any place we can watch? What debate? The Logic debate? That debate is posted on the Gospel Truth channel over on Marlon's channel. It was just released tonight. So if you go on over there, You'll be able to catch that. It just actually ended about an hour and 13 minutes ago. And then we got another one says Uthman ran, Jake got baked, dim light bulb next.
He'll never step up.
We won't talk
We got to
about
catch
it.
him in person. We got to dawa hunt and catch him in person, guys.
Exactly. And then we got Crazy Life says, well done, dear brother Avery. You a true warrior for Christ.
Praise
Amen.
God.
Ian.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. All right. So we went through the super chats there. And I said after the super chats, we're each going to come up with a debate that we want to see in the future. So who wants to be first?
I'll go first because I got one. I really want to see this. Not because it's going to be intellectually, edifying or anything, but the comedic value and the entertainment value is going to be through the roof. I want to see David Wood versus Malik on is desecration, holy text, immoral or not. That's what I want to see. David Wood versus Malik. I want to see this whole thing come to a head and see who pops first, man. I want to see that debate. I'm gonna just sit back with literal popcorn. I'm gonna pop literal popcorn and Pepsi, and I'm gonna laugh for like 2.5, 3 hours straight. I want to see that debate.
Well,
that's crazy.
Definitely one person agreed with you down in the audience. We got Christina Marie.
See, Lady Logic.
Yes, that is brilliant word. If the actual debate is desecration of religious text immoral, I wouldn't mind seeing that debate.
If I had to think of anything off the top of my head, and I know this brother doesn't really do like formals, but he's obviously a very knowledgeable brother. We all heard him cook some Muslims. Brother Jai, I think if he went against a Muslim on if the Islamic history is reliable, combining both the Quran and the Hadith, can we trust the Quran and the Hadith to be like reliable? Like, is the Quran and Hadith reliable and preserved?
Jai versus Fareed responds.
There you go. I've heard like one of my favorite debates from Clubhouse.
Why would you say that?
Well,
that's his debate, Chris. Well, you can't. That's what he want to see, bro.
Man,
Chris,
You're
why?
taking it now. Oh, David spoke. David spoke. He says, I accept the debate with Malik, but why is he running?
I knew the Dizzle will be down, man. I want to see that debate. I'm telling you, just for like entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. I gotta see that debate.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the Dizzle's ready, y'all. The Dizzle's ready. All right. So since Logic was just so rude and just throwing out Jay and Fareed because he knows that's one of the ones that I want to see because that's.
Wait, that was mine. That was mine. What do you mean?
DJ done took mine. So Logic, you go ahead and give yours while I think again, man. DJ,
please. There's no. Okay. I would like to see Sam and Muhammad Hijab.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
I want to see that too. I want to see
Sam and Muhammad Hijab, man.
Not over D Wood and Malik, but I want to see that too.
I had a second one in mind. But
what is it? Spit it out, Junior.
Well, I don't think it's ever going to happen, but I want to see David Wood and GodLogic 2 versus 2 against Jake and Libiano.
Really?
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
They would be arguing with each other if they debated.
You actually took my. That's what I was thinking at the first debate, but nah, it wouldn't. I don't think it'd be comedic. I just want to laugh, bro. I don't. Yeah.
Ooh,
Mm.
we
I
You want
think
to
I
be
think
okay.
Logic and David Wood versus Libiano and Jake would be a good debate. I think it'll be just a good debate. It won't be as funny as Malik versus David though, because I know David is gonna troll the whole debate, and it's just gonna be funny, man. We gotta have fun with these Muslims. We can't take them serious no more, bro. For
I
real.
got I gotta hold you guys there because we just had another brother enter the back chat. And for y'all that don't know, this man is from Reasoned Answers. He goes by the name of
Hey.
Thaddeus. What's up, brother?
Hey, brother
What's up, Thaddeus?
Thaddeus.
Oh, you're muted, rookie.
Yeah, you muted, rookie.
You're muted, rookie.
Still
Get it
muted.
together.
Never
Come
mind,
on,
we don't
get it.
have reason answers.
Maybe he don't have his microphone plugged in.
Reasoned silence.
Unreasonable answers.
Re-
We can't hear you.
Your mic's still messed up. Oh,
All
1
right.
second.
Come back in if you need to. I'll bring you right up.
What a
No
noob.
answers.
What a
You
noob.
see, he's running. He's running. You
He's
see.
running from the debate topic. He's running from talking about the debate.
We got Thaddeus back now.
All right. You can hear me now, I think.
There we go.
Yeah, we
There
can
you
hear you now. There you
go.
go.
Yeah, so I don't know why that happened. I was just on another live stream, saw that you had sent an invite saying it would be over soon, and then it wasn't actually over soon. So I was like, oh, I'll jump on there. It was working a second ago. So all I did is leave and come back, and now it's working again. So
We blame that on Jabril. Jabril did that.
Yep,
All I made it
definitely.
appear like you were talking. You really wasn't, though. That's all good.
So to get you updated on the stream, did you watch the GodLogic versus Jake debate yet, or?
Nope, I have not seen it, so I thought I'd just jump on and say hi. I don't really have anything of value to contribute.
Oh, but you do, because we'd already asked 2 questions, and you definitely can answer some of these questions.
He doesn't
the
have
first-
any reasonable answers, Chris.
He ain't got no reasoned answers
He ain't
for
got
us.
no reasoned answers.
So I need 3 reasoned answers for what is your 3 favorite debates?
Oh, of all time?
There you go.
On the spot.
Yeah. Well, we got to go with the classic debate of Nadir pretending like he didn't know that there was violent verses in the Quran and saying, oh, we got to cancel the debate. I didn't know about these verses. Dumbest strategy in the history of the world. I would have to call that out for sure.
So he
I would
really
say-
did. He was pretending, because I was confused. I thought I don't know. Was he really pretending or what?
He was pretending, but it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. In terms of a really good debate, I would say Shabir versus Anthony on Tawhid versus Trinity. That is definitely
I
a
agree,
really high quality debate. Got to pick one more, huh? Yeah, maybe Hijab versus David, just because it's such a classic debate there with, the Muslims saying that hijab utterly dominated it because of, style and whatnot. But also the only thing anyone actually remembers is, of course, that Allah prays for Muhammad, not to Muhammad.
Not to Muhammad.
That was beauty. That become a neighborhood. That becomes slang amongst households at that point. Now, I do have one other question to get you caught back up to the live stream. We also asked the question, if you could watch a debate in the future, what is a debate that you want to see?
Well, I heard you talking about Malik versus David Wood. That would be hilarious for
That
sure.
was me. I'm like Don King. I'm promoting that one. I'm gonna promote that one.
There you go.
But also, My other idea would definitely be Uthman versus Avery, since we've been promised that debate hundreds of times and has never actually happened. Which is not that surprising, since Uthman has never actually debated anyone in his life, at least in terms of a formal debate. But yeah, I'd put that on the list too.
Nice.
I agree. I agree. I truly want to see, because there's been so much hype behind the Logic Uth marathon debate that I truly want to see it happen. But I think that's one that would like. I think we're going to see David versus Malik before we see Uth marathon versus Logic.
So you saying there's a chance, brother Chris? You coming over on my side right now?
Oh, David's already accepted. He's just wondering why Malik's running.
Yep.
Mhm.
There you
That's
go.
right. That's right.
I'm gonna have my people get with Malik's people and see what we can get with David's people. We can have this thing going on.
Nice.
Well, Malik made the great argument on his TikTok channel when people were calling him out that he's the world's best debater. He just doesn't feel like debating anyone. So that's why he doesn't do it.
Good point. Good point.
Well,
Makes sense. That makes sense.
it does make sense that he doesn't feel like debating anymore, because the last time he felt like debating, he was called Dr. Shirk. So it would make sense that he doesn't feel like debating anymore. Oh, we have a public declaration by David Wood, y'all. A public declaration. Hey, and David Wood says, if Malik beats me in a debate about Quran desecration, I will publicly declare that he is the greatest rapper of all time.
We got to set that up, dude. We got to set that one up, man.
Got to do it. For the
David,
best
I'll be in touch with your people. We can get with our people.
For the best comedy debate, I think David versus on if Muhammad existed, Robert Spencer. That was the best comedic debate I could think of.
Yeah, that was the funniest debate of all time.
Robert
that was
Spencer
funny.
was dying laughing. That made it so much better.
Now, I think one thing I want to see in the future is on David's little skit there. I want to see Malik going up to Muhammad. That's what I want to see.
I want to see King Drake in a formal debate with Ali Dawa.
Who?
There you go.
King Drake in a formal debate with Ali Dawa, man.
King Drake, Ali Dawa, one-on-one. Hey, Drake's starting to just get past the he's not just security anymore.
Oh no.
He's in the apologetics now. He's even joining me. He's coming up for the reviews and everything. He's getting into it.
Yeah, that's what the team does, man. It don't matter what your role is, you gonna know how to cook.
It got to be on Hebrews 1:8 though.
Oh man, that's so good. I think Drake's video is Word's most watched video on his channel.
It is. It's almost like almost 80K views on it.
Drake is a view magnet. Y'all don't sleep on my boy, man. He's a view magnet.
Yeah, he's a fixture on the Word and I. So if we have that happen, it's going to be on the Word and I's platform. So don't poach Drake from me. I told you I'm like Don King, so don't poach none of my fighters. I'm gonna send my lawyers out to get you.
Oh no, I think I got a little bit of claim on that one as well.
Oh,
King Drake has been on my channel quite a bit.
You ready for
Dude,
the
I just loaned them to you. I loaned them to you.
I don't care. King Drake is part of the GodLogic ministry. Now you guys are too. However, he is part of the GodLogic ministry. So I say that
No, you treated him as a security guard. I put him as the primetime show.
That's not true. Who you think unleashed him and let him go with Ali Dawa
I put him
while,
in
while,
front of center. Logic.
while I was there? Oh,
You,
excuse me. While I was there, he went and cooked Ali Dawa. I was
you,
right there.
you had the talent. You had the talent right under your nose, Logic. You didn't see it. I
What do you mean I didn't
capitalized.
see it?
I capitalized.
Word put
I
him front page. You had him on the
I put him on front page. You had him as a footnote at the back of the newspaper.
I didn't even feel like I had to go over there and jump in at all, man. Me and Lady
Yeah,
Logic was chilling.
Edward, are you trying to say that Logic was Uthman and him? That
Nah, he.
footnoted him?
I wouldn't say that. I would just say that talent evaluation. He let one slip through his fingers, and the word and I snatched him up. So he already gave me a handshake, verbal agreement. We already in legalities with this. Me and Drake
Man,
are.
cut it out. Cut it out. Drake loyal to the team that drafted him.
Yeah, but everybody get traded eventually.
I don't trade my players.
It's lifetime signature right there.
That's right. Yeah, did
All right. I'm gonna go through some of these super chats. We got a few of them here. Valley Girl says Wes Huff and Billy Carson. That was a good debate. That was another one that broke numbers.
That had some serious implications behind that.
Breaking numbers is an understatement. Do you after that, Wes Huff
got him with Joe Rogan, dude.
Man, got him to Joe Rogan, man. I mean, this dude has, and that's how God works, man. God will raise someone up that is totally antichrist and against him, and then use someone who isn't known, isn't nothing. That's just God. That God does that all the time throughout the scriptures. Uses the least strongest, unknown, humble person, right? Wes Huff barely had any subscribers, destroyed him in this conversation, and it just exploded him, man. Absolutely amazing.
And from what you're saying, to me, Wes Huff, in the way that he was explaining and dialoguing with Joe Rogan, was the best person to be there to have that discussion with Joe Rogan at that time. And that's how wonderful God is.
Yeah. 100%.
I definitely agree with you, Valley Girl. That's definitely one of the top debates there.
8 million views on Joe Rogan's podcast with Wes Huff. 8 million.
Wow.
Got to hear the gospel, see these things explained and broken down, misconceptions, cleared up. 8 million views, man, and counting.
The clips broken off from the main podcast. Will just do and help people.
Yeah, even just the clips from it would have got like hundreds of thousands or millions, and it's insane. Then we got
Carson. He just made it worse because he tried to bury it. That's what because it's a scandal behind the whole debate that kind of blew it up too. Like, that was good. It
blew up Wes and destroyed Carson. It is like the opposite effect to the other one. Now we got Jake Baked new recipe. Now it is a decent recipe, but I recommend everybody to go to the Quran Desecration Ranch channel on YouTube. There is a better recipe. Thaddeus, could you let us know that recipe, please, sir?
Yeah, we got Dr. Malik's old-fashioned pulled pork recipe, narrated by the one and only Dr. Malik, telling us how to do that. He tells us to cut them up, and he tells us to clean them up, and he tells us to light them up. So had a lot of fun. From my great unfortunate familiarity with the way Malik speaks, of having him narrate that particular recipe there. And, you got some beautiful images of pork blood pouring all over the Quran and stuff as well.
That's the best video on Quran Demolition Ranch right now. I ain't gonna lie. That when I first heard it, I was like, "Wow, this is genius. Who did this?" Like having Malik's actual voice doing it. That was pretty cool, man.
I reviewed that last night on the live stream. Everybody died laughing at it. It was a hit, and everybody needs to. If you're not subscribed over to the Quran Desecration Ranch, you need to go on over there because some of them videos you wouldn't imagine what's happening, but it is. Hey.
Yeah, and shortly we'll have 100 ways to respect the Quran. Did in fact have over 100 submissions for that, so it's going to take a while to get that edited together, but soon we'll have 100 ways to respect the Quran.
Right on, right on. Hey, and who did it? Malik did.
Malik did it.
Hey, who did it?
Malik did it.
Malik did it.
That's right. All right, we got Nathan in the building. He says a debate that he wants to see in the future is Imam Claus versus Prophet Daniel. No. Negative.
Ahab. That's one where you got to say, "Know your worth, King. Know your worth."
Hey, I can't stand that guy. I
actually was supposed to debate Daniel on the 20th.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Yeah.
I told him because he came to my.
Him and Nadir are probably roommates.
He came to my channel. he came to my channel and he was just doing his Prophet Daniel thing, and then he said, "Well, I seen you debate Nadir, debate me," and I was like, "No, I'm not debating you." And then he's like, "Well, if you can prove to me that Jesus Christ can take away the sins of the world, I'll become a Christian." I said, "Okay, you gonna become a Christian? All right, I'm gonna do it. And you better become a Christian because I'm gonna destroy you in it." He's like, "Okay, word, we gonna see. We gonna see." So the 20th but modern day debate, he ended up canceling it.
Thank God.
He ended up canceling it. So maybe.
Then we got God Given again. Says radar apologetics cross-examination against Deacon. Genesis is one for the books.
100%.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Deacon Genesis, that cross-examination on JP on Cut's channel. Man, hey, when he brought out the picture of him standing there with the books, the debate was over. The debate was over right there. Man.
Let me clarify because someone's asking about Junior, why that didn't happen. So Junior said that he couldn't get on his flight, and that's why he couldn't make it to Vegas. So
thank God.
I don't doubt it. Do you see what that man writes on X?
Huh?
Do you see what that man writes on X?
Yes, I see.
I don't doubt he can't get on a flight.
Yeah, he could get on a flight, y'all.
That's a word.
I think he just
opponent.
Well, if Nadir and Daniel is roommates, then Junior is like their little butler or something. He's the butler that cleans up the room.
I think he just forgot to buy a ticket for his monkey. And they're like, you can't bring that giant monkey on here without a ticket.
That's probably what it. You know what, Daddies? Hey, we got a reasoned answer on that one, Logic.
There we go. I'm convinced. There we go.
Hey, we got Piers Taylor down in the building. He says he wants to see Daughter of Christ versus Chachi. Now,
oh no, that would be a slaughter.
I'm gonna substitute a name because I do want to keep Daughter of Christ in there.
Tachi, maybe, yeah.
I want to see Tachi. You know what would be? Hey, I want to see a 2-on-2. I want to see Christina Marie, Daughter of Christ, versus Tachi and Cora.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. Hey. Then we got Jonathan down there as well. This needs to be a real debate. Who is the more obvious false prophet? Muhammad versus Joseph Smith. David Wood versus Jeff Durbin.
Why would Jeff Durbin?
Oh, I see what they're doing. So David Wood would
Yeah.
say that Muhammad is more of a false prophet, and Jeff Durbin would say,
Oh,
no,
same.
Joseph
Okay.
Smith is more of a false prophet because Jeff Durbin deals more with Mormonism, of course.
Yeah. I get it now. I get it now. Okay.
I would
yeah.
like that.
All right. Almost like the David versus Robert Spencer debate that happened. That was a good debate. And I think David won that debate. I still say that David won that debate.
I have a question. Oh, you still reading super chats? My bad. Go ahead.
And then we got Sahih Christie in the building again. DW versus any Christian apologist against Mormon. Muhammad versus Joseph Smith, an obvious false prophet. We just seen that one. Radar versus Tobias Singer. That'd be a good one. That would be a good one.
That would be a good one.
Yes. Oh, I should have said that. If there's a debate, but those are two that I want to see. I want to see Sam versus Muhammad Ajab, and I want to see Radar versus Tobias Singer. Those are two debates that I want to see. Sam versus Alex O'Connor. What?
I think those are the two most needed debates.
I don't want to see Sam versus Alex O'Connor. I think David destroyed Alex perfectly fine. I don't think we need to see any more of that. And then we got loaves of bread down there. So you're saying there's a chance. Lloyd Ramadan. Oh,
The real debate is David Wood versus Mike Winger on what's better, Star Wars or Star Trek. I'm sure David Wood would be a part of that.
Yeah, I'm skipping that one.
And David again, thank you so much again for another super chat. He says, since Malik is obviously too nervous to debate, I agree in advance that he can bring the Warner to hold his hand. P.S. No snitching, Malik.
Hey, I think David Wood he's really gonna try to do this debate. Then I think David want to do this debate for real.
I think he's ready to. Hey, this is one of the things that warms my heart the most is the memberships for multiple months. Marcos Zamora, thank you so much. A member for 21 months, y'all. That's almost 2 years straight.
Yeah, that's almost 2 years.
Man,
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. God bless you. He says, love you all on the panel. 500,000. GodLogic. That's right. Hey, that is right. GodLogic is at the 500,000 mark. Man, I remember when this man was sitting at 85 subscribers.
Yeah. No, for real.
And now he's sitting at 500,000. Man, God is good. God is good.
And Chris helped me get some of them 85 subscribers, man. Having me on this channel. My first guest appearance, y'all, was on One Way Apology. Well, at the time, it was just Chris Claus, but yeah.
Yep, that's true. That's
Dub
true.
Chris Claus.
And Apologetics Roadshow. Salam alaikum again. Says GodLogic and Lady Logic versus Ali Dawa and his wife with the whiteboard.
I would definitely do that debate.
Hey, I think that's a good debate too. I actually want to see that one. We can get some instead of him bringing the dowry, of course, the toys and stuff like that. He could just draw it on the whiteboard for you.
Oh yeah,
right.
I hope his wife ain't as mentally deficient as he is. That's gonna be a 6-hour debate, having to write out every single little response.
And
as long as you're on the subject of less than completely serious but still important debates, Mary is trying to get David to debate which is it more pedophilic or more homosexual, And I think that'd be a really good debate to have for sure.
Are you saying too many Marys
Yeah.
wants to debate David on that?
Yep.
Ooh,
Is Islam more
He could even
pedophilic?
pick the
Is it more,
side. He
is
can
it
even
more
pick the side.
pedophilic or homosexual?
Islam?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I
That's
bet
pretty
you
good.
she's taking the homosexual side, isn't she?
She's good with either. She's good with either.
I wouldn't doubt it, because that's one lady that, like, there ain't much that you can say about Islam that she hasn't read.
Yeah, you don't mess with Mary, man.
And
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know Mary, but you should. She's really intelligent.
I ain't gonna lie,
David,
in the group chat, she be putting out these sources and saying, I'll be like, where did Mary get this stuff from? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's getting it from from every nook and cranny of Islam.
Yep.
yep.
See, this just shows that David Wood is running from Mike Winger.
Ooh, do we have a Mike Winger fan on the stage, Mr. DJ Roll? Is that what I smell over there?
I mean, he's aight. He's aight. He's not bad, man.
Did I hear all right? All right, if you're a nerd.
David already with the ad hom, so you know he lost the debate already.
Mike Winger is the Malik of Christianity.
I mean, come on. That no one is as pathetic as Malik. Come on. That's not fair. You cannot compare anyone to Malik.
Not to David Wood, obviously.
All right, Thaddeus, get a hold of James. Get a hold of James at Modern Day Debate. David has accepted Mary's debate challenge. Just need to get a hold of James at Modern Day Debate to agree to host it. That's it.
I want to see this debate so I can read the comments of the Muslims that's brain is just gonna fry out because of this.
Who would you want to debate, Word? Like, what are some debates you would like to have?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like myself?
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Who's your number one debate that you would want to debate in 2026, Word?
That I would want to debate.
I got an idea.
I'm not quite sure. Truthfully, I never thought about that, Logic. That's interesting.
I would like to
Daniel's
see you
coming
go up
better
against.
and better, huh?
I would like to see you go up against Hamza.
From Hamza Den?
Yeah, I would just like to watch you just go on that panel and cook. Honestly.
Oh yeah, I can debate Hamza. Anyone. All he's gonna talk about is Paul. So, you know.
I got a debate for 2026. Word, me and you versus Hamza and John or Yemeni, whichever one Hamza wants to choose.
Oh yeah, set that up. Definitely.
That
Yemeni, I don't know why that guy gets like under my skin for some reason. Yemeni, Hamza, I think he's just comical to me. But yeah, Yemeni, I don't like that guy.
Why don't I just do this too? I don't know how long I'm going to be live for, but I'll just email David the link if he actually wants to join instead of just paying me $20 every time he wants to say something. I'll just invite him, and then he can just say it.
David didn't spend $300 just for a conversation he could have for free, huh?
just like debates, basically. I'm just saying. All right, David, if you're there and you want to join the live stream, I just sent the link to you through the email. But hey, so Thaddeus, who do you want to debate in 2020?
Well, you know, I don't normally do formal debates, but if I was going to pick one, I think I would want to debate Muhammad Hijab, but not like on, Islam versus Christianity or something, but on his actions against Aisha. So that'd be my choice.
Nice.
You need 500,000 followers first.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying it will happen, but you didn't ask me what realistically I want to do.
Yeah, that's just his criteria. 500,000 followers. Jerk.
Now, DJ, if you were to jump into the debate forum and you was to do a debate, who is the one that you want to debate?
I mean, I don't really debate, but I would have discussion with any of these dollar dudes who think they know the early church fathers and Jesus being the Most High in the scriptures.
You know who
I want DJ to debate Dean.
Nope. No.
That'd be cool.
I said me. I want, not you, Chris. I said me. I want him to debate Dean.
Nope, not happening. Nope, not as good as this one, I don't think.
Okay.
Now, Christina agrees with you. What'd you do? Pay her?
Hey, great, but she a Texas girl, man. That's why. She from Texas. That's why.
Come on now. So I think DJ and Muslim Lantern would be a good discussion.
He's gonna run.
Yeah, he doesn't even debate like me. He doesn't debate. So maybe that would be good, but he would probably not go on a neutral platform. He would probably just like he did Logic and like he did Nick. He would try to shut it off and try to shut it down.
The only way that go ahead.
Chris.
You in my head, see? We just saying the same thing. You just taking my after I said the debates, you just saying the same debates that I would. Now you're saying the same thing. But anyway, go ahead, Logic. I'll let you say something.
Well, as long as you remain unknown. Well, no, he won't debate anybody unknown. Okay, if
I act dumb and unknown, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, he don't have a YouTube channel, and so he can go on Lantern's platform.
There you go.
Because he's not trying to get no fame off of Lantern. So
there you go.
There it is. Now, this is the one that we've been waiting for. Mr. GodLogic.
No, Chris, who you got? Who you want to debate?
I was kind of hoping I'd get GodLogic set up.
No, you go. I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you critiquing my Dean versus DJ. I want to critique you real quick. Who
like a one-on-one or
yeah, 1-on-1.
Because I did say me and you versus Hams and Yamini or John.
Yeah. I want you to go 1-on-1.
All right. This has been a long time in the waiting. And as a witness, Jai, most of you people would know him by Jai from Jai and DOC Reloaded. The debate that I've been waiting for over, what is it? I think it's been about 8 years now. I've been waiting for this debate. So this is the debate that I would truly want to have. And some of you guys may not even know this guy. But it is Shadid Lewis.
What?
Not the angry Muslim.
Mr. Irrelevant.
What?
I did it for personal.
We had a
reasons,
debate.
but-
We had a debate set up 8 years ago. 8 years ago, we were supposed to debate. And when he checked out the platform that we were going to debate on, he wanted over $200 to do the debate.
Right.
And man, that just irked me. So that would be the one that I would want to get back. Other than that, or Shabir again on a different topic.
What would you like to debate him on?
2 topics. One topic being Jesus is a Muslim, or why is Isa the Messiah? Isa being the Messiah, I think, is one of my. Hey, look who we got here now. We got the Islamic Deleminator in the building.
Well,
the Dizzle.
Well.
Yo, what's up?
If it isn't the Dizzle himself. Finally stopped running, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Look at
You
him.
guys over here still picking on poor Jake.
Yes, we are, and it won't stop. Who's gonna do something? Malik?
Yeah.
Hey, who screwed up more, Malik or Jake?
Oh,
I think they both, but in two different
think Malik.
aspects. Yeah, two different ways.
yeah.
Like,
I definitely would say Malik. We've never seen a Muslim push a desecration of their holy book in this way, in a mass way on the internet. So I don't think any Muslim could have failed more than somebody like that idiot. So yeah, Jake getting destroyed in a debate, that's normal for a dawah.
Yeah, but it's not over. It's like he like piled on like, oh, let me just debate everybody. So it's like not over. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But how does that compare to how does that compare to Malik launching a campaign against the Quran like he had?
Worldwide campaign.
Nothing compares to this, David.
Well, gosh, it's like Jake is destroying the Quran ideologically and Malik is destroying it physically. It's like they're competing to see who can destroy the Quran more, but in different ways. And they're both winning.
Yeah.
That's
we don't know the full implications for the debate with Jake because he keeps wanting to debate the Islamic dilemma. Did you see that it was 4,000 live viewers from that debate today? It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Where's the Muslim after party celebration?
2 hours in.
I don't think he got one because Speaking Muslim ain't paying him right now. So
not just him. I was just scrolling through. There's no Muslim live after party regarding Jake's debate or his victory. Nothing.
What? It's not like Orthodox Lips and Dee's Responds and
Dean is live now trying to do his own thing right now. He's
like even his children didn't throw him a live stream for his victory.
No live stream, man.
No, they don't agree with his 929.
Oh, you know what it was?
Argument.
Imagine that, abandoned by your own kids, man.
You know what it is though? Nobody could really host them because Dean Responds charged $60 an hour. Orthodox Lips charges $100 an hour. And we know that Speaking Muslim pays Jake $250 an hour. So who's hosting that after party? I'm just saying.
Look, man, we're Christians. We need to be charitable. We'll take up a collection so they can have an after party for once.
Donations for Dawah.
Support the Dawah. Guys, we're almost at our goal. Support the Dawah.
Come on, Muslims. Let's hear it. How did he do?
That's an Ali Dawah live stream once a week now, isn't it? He's always up there trying to get money nowadays.
Don't Muslims always seem to do things backwards? Usually it'd be the daddy that goes out for cigarettes and never come back. But now the kids is dumping the daddy and they went out. They went out for Dawah and they ain't coming to support their daddy now.
And for every prayer mat that you guys buys, we give 10% to Jake so he can have an after party.
Oh, now that I have David and Avery on the same stream, I got to do this just so I can clip it and put it onto X. And I'm going to ask you both the same question. So, and I'll start with you, Avery. Yeah. Avery, when it comes to the authority in the Islamic dilemma, have you ever said that the previous scriptures are a legal authority over the Quran and the Muslims today?
I've never said that. It's never come out of my mouth.
Excellent.
No, that's never been the Islamic dilemma.
And Mr. David Wood, in the Islamic dilemma, when it comes to the authority, have you ever made the argument that the previous scriptures are the legal binding authority over the Quran and the Muslims today?
I've never said that, nor have I ever thought it. I never heard of that or thought of that until Jake said it. But I haven't followed everything everyone else said on the Islamic dilemma. So I was thinking, how could someone even make that claim? And I think I said in the debate, if you wanted to make that claim, you'd have to go all in on Surah 10, verse 94 and say, okay, if Muhammad's revelations have to line up with the previous revelations, and just you could say it would have to be on everything, and you'd have to ignore other parts of the Quran which talk about Allah giving different laws for different people. But yeah, never heard of that, never thought of it.
Because no one ever said it.
Thank you so much for that clip, guys. I'm going to clip that, put on X, because as you all know, Jake the Muslim metaphysician is saying that this is David's argument. He did that in the debate with GodLogic. He did that in the stream with Chris. And that's what he's basing this all upon David's argument.
Oh, you can show me where I said it.
That's what I've never heard. Like, I've watched you since you and Sam were on Jesus or Muhammad back in the day. Like, I've never heard you make that argument in this whole time.
Yeah.
No, and I mean, one of my main videos on that, I have one of my main videos on that particular topic. What are people supposed to follow? And I know he's seen it, because when Speaking Muslim was doing what do you call it, gathering intel or whatever, he was asking me about some of the stuff from that video, why the Quran was revealed in Arabic, where I break it down that according to the Quran, Allah sent prophets to every nation on the planet of every language, and the Arabs were just last. Every other nation, according to the Quran, had received their prophet and their revelation, and the Arabs were just last. That's why Muhammad's the final prophet. When you get to Muhammad, everyone now has their prophet. And since prophets are sent in the language of their people, you are supposed to follow the revelations given to your people in your language. And the Quran even says that if the Arabs were the only ones that didn't have a prophet, they would actually have a fair excuse on Judgment Day to say, if we'd had a revelation, we would have served you, but we didn't have a revelation in our language. And the position of the Quran, stupid, but it's actually interesting, is that, and it kind of makes sense. You could understand why Muhammad would make this claim, but the idea is that if you don't have a revelation in your own language, if you don't have a book, a scripture in your own language, then in order to know what God says, you have to listen to people who speak a different language. Yeah. But guess what? How do you know that they're telling you the truth? So that's part of the basis of the condemnation of the Jews and Christians is, if we have to ask Jews and Christians, but some of them distort them, how can God expect this of us? How can God expect us to do the right thing and to obey him when we have to go through a mediator, and those mediators of his scripture may be lying to us? And so Allah's solution is that everyone needs a revelation in their own language that they can understand. Now, the absurdity that arises is that Muslims today say all the previous scriptures have been corrupted, and the Quran is the only reliable revelation. But wait a minute. So the vast majority of the world's population doesn't speak Arabic. So how are they supposed to know what it says? Oh, we have to listen to someone else. We have to listen to the Arabic speakers. Well, which ones? We listen to Sunnis. We listen to Shias. Who do we listen to? And are they telling the truth? Any Muslim will tell you, yes, there are tons of Muslims in the world who lie. So who are we supposed to listen to? How would we know which group is telling the truth? We can't understand the scripture because, according to the Quran, it's not in our language. So that's what's insane. The position of the Quran is that every group had their own revelation, and every group has to judge by the revelation that was given in their language. That's why when Jews come to Muhammad in Surah 5, verse 43, what are they doing? You got the Torah. That's the revelation that was given to you in your language. And then a couple verses later, Christians, you judge by the gospel. Muslims, they've got the Quran. This all, if we didn't know that none of that makes sense outside of the Quran, you could actually understand. You could understand someone thinking, yeah, you got to have a revelation in your own language. And so that's the actual position. So how you would get from me saying that to thinking that what I'm saying is that Muslims who have their book in Arabic for Arabic speakers are supposed to go to Jews and Christians for the revelations in their languages, I don't know. It's borderline insane. And if Jake is, I don't even know what to do here. If Jake can sit here and watch all my debates, all my videos, and conclude that my argument is something I've never even thought in my entire life. Like, is he stupid? Like
Yes.
is he? That's what I mean. It's like,
yeah, stupid.
and it's just weird because I didn't even understand. And when I debated him, I didn't even understand what the heck his position was until later when he was saying it to Malik, that's the position. It's like, oh, so your entire position is a straw man. You're attacking an argument that literally no one uses. And we all use the Islamic dilemma. We use it in different ways. We have different versions of it. And you pick an argument that no one has ever used. And it's just like, well, Dawa 2026, baby, going to be a good year.
Right, David. If I can ask you a question, when, because he was getting on you and saying that, well, now you're modifying what authority means, right?
Gosh.
No, because it's never depended on what he was saying. I mean by authority. When I said I would have to modify it, it's, oh, if people are not understanding this, that's just how it is. That's just matter of fact. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was doing like a victory lap over you saying that.
And I know that. And I said repeatedly, when someone is when someone is causing division, I will help him in every way I can. If someone is in the process of causing massive division in the Dawah community, that guy has my full support, and he is awesome. He is absolutely awesome until he no longer is useful. Yeah, as far as the modification, I went ahead and granted that, right? He's on TikTok. He's on TikTok, and he's talking about how he's the best. And hey, great! You want to be the best? You can be the best, man. You can be the best. And so when people watch your debates, and people think, "Wow, this is the best," I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Jake being the best. But no, as far as modifying it, it's like if you go back like 20 years, the way we're running the Islamic dilemma, 17, 18 years ago, and so on, was just. The Quran confirms the Bible, but the Quran contradicts the Bible. And so the Quran self-destructs. And then I kept seeing the Muslim responses over and over again where, oh, the Quran does affirm the Bible, but only of the original inspiration of the Bible. That it just affirms the original inspiration of the Torah and the gospel, not anything else. So what happened? Well, okay, they're not getting it right. So I modified it. And I said, so it affirms inspiration, preservation, and authority of the Torah and the gospel. So that's a modification based on people not getting the argument. And guess what? That happens all the time. You would always do that. I mean, that's standard in philosophy. In philosophy, you write a paper on some topic and you give it out to other people and they all attack it. And then you think, okay, either the attacks are so strong that I just have to give up this argument, or I take their criticisms into account and I try to clarify, where necessary. I might need to tweak some things and so on. And the goal is to make the argument stronger and clearer and less likely to be misunderstood and things like that. And so with the Islamic dilemma, I mean, every new criticism that comes along, like John Fontaine's, like if you're given the Islamic dilemma and you want to be you want it to be airtight. You kind of have to make it so that it takes into account all the various objections and so on. Now, normally, if you're just presenting the Islamic dilemma, you're just going to present it however you want. But if you want something like complete or something like that, then you have to take all the objections into account and modify accordingly so that people don't think these are good objections. But so if I'm talking to a Malik or a Malik fan, I will, when I'm giving the argument, like clarify the point and the role of the authority. The role of authority in the argument is just, it's one more piece of evidence that doesn't fit what they're claiming. It's, okay, if you're saying the previous scriptures were corrupted, guess what? Believing verses about the inspiration of the Torah and the gospel, they actually fit your claim. You as a Muslim can believe that the Bible's been corrupted and believe that they were initially inspired. That actually works. Well, all the verses about Allah confirming the scriptures that people still had, that doesn't fit. So verses on the preservation, that I'm affirming what you have now after centuries of transmitting these texts, that doesn't fit. That doesn't fit their view. And so they have to reinterpret all those things. Well, guess what? Allah telling Jews and Christians to judge by the Torah and the gospel, that doesn't make sense either. Why would Allah be telling people to judge by corrupt books. And then when Allah tells Muhammad, hey, if you're having doubts, go to the people of the book, check their revelations, make sure it lines up. That doesn't make sense if our book's been corrupted. So it's just like categorizing the different things the Quran says about the previous scriptures. These are confirming inspiration, these are confirming preservation, these are confirming authority. And the preservation and authority verses make absolutely no sense if our book's been corrupted. And so it's a piece of evidence, but it doesn't require something like authority on legal matters for Arabic speaking Muslims. It doesn't require that. You could even allow that the Quran, you could say, if Jake really wanted to believe that the Quran says Jews and Christians have to convert to Islam or something like that, you could still believe that. It wouldn't hurt the Islamic dilemma. I mean, it would hurt Allah in the Quran because, he commands Jews and Christians to judge by the Torah and the gospel, and Jake could be saying, no, he's just pretending. He really wants you to just go to the Quran. And so, but you need for the Muslim view to work, for Muslims to be right in what they believe about the previous scriptures, you need massive corruption. I mean, massive corruption. You need massive corruption of every time the Bible says Jesus died. You need massive corruption of all that, all the Son of God stuff. You need massive corruption of basic fundamental Christian doctrines. You never get anything like that and sit there nitpicking. Oh, but the authority in 929 will make you pay the jizya. Okay, you could grant that. You could take. I even said this I said you could take authority out of it if just preservation sticks. If preservation of the Torah and the gospel stick, you guys lost. That's the Islamic dilemma. And
so that's what I was saying about the modification that he was trying to say in your debate. Oh, well, it seems like from your debate to Avery's debate, he modified the authority, between your debate and Avery's debate, because he was trying to say, that it was a complete authority and the Jews and the Christians have to abide by basically Islamic laws, right? So
that's nonsense.
Right, but like, how would that work out if they move away? If they just get out from under Islamic jurisdiction, then he modified it because Avery kind of made that point. So he modified the authority aspect between you and Avery. So he can't. He himself is tweaking his own argument between each debate.
That's fine. That's fine. You would expect him to tweak it, especially if he learns what our actual arguments are and wants to come closer to actually responding to our arguments. But no, as far as Jews and Christians having to judge by Islamic law or follow Islamic law, I mean, I'm trying to think of where he could get that from, apart from like 929.
7157 as well. He tries to use that to where it says that he forbids them what is evil, and
but like I said earlier, they still was allowed to eat pork. They still was able to do, be in churches, and didn't have to go to the mosque, didn't have to do the Hajj, didn't have to do all of this other stuff. So where's the wholesale on authority for the Jews and the Christians?
You could continue worshiping Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't get where he solve nothing.
This doesn't make sense at all. I mean, I think I pointed this out in the debate, but Abdullah bin Salam you have kind of borderline cases because they're thinking in terms of groups and languages and so on. You had Abdullah bin Salam, who was a Jew who converted to Islam because he spoke Arabic. So he's kind of on the borderline. He's an Arabic speaker, so he can kind of follow whichever one he wants. He converted to Islam, and then he kept following kosher dietary laws, and then Muhammad told him, no, you have to, now you're following our rules. And it's like, wait a minute. So he's following the rules of Islam after he converts to Islam, after he becomes a Muslim. And so it's just understood. Hey, before you convert to Islam, you are following the Torah. If you decide that you want to follow Muhammad, then, Allah says, Surah 5, verse 48, he gave a different law to different people to keep them separate groups. Okay, you were in your group. Now you want to be in this group. The only way I can make sense of, well, let me put it this way. if Jake is interpreting 929 as, you know, Islamic law has to be imposed on Jews and Christians, that doesn't help him escape the Islamic dilemma. It just means Allah's contradicting himself yet again. I mean, imagine telling Jews and Christians, you follow the law of your book. You judge by your books. That's what you judge by. Oh, by the way, don't follow your books, follow this book. And that's all in the same book, a book that brags about not that we don't find much discrepancy in it. It would just be another thing on the list of the many contradictions of Islam. So that doesn't help. I think he's there's an equivocation on Islam, on the word Islam, meaning submission. And it's weird when they say Jesus was a Muslim, right? When they say Jesus was a Muslim and we say, what are you talking about? He didn't follow that religion. He didn't follow your religion, all these teachings. They say, it just means one who submits. Well, guess what? You do have a concept in the Quran of Islam just being submission to God. And in that context, Jews and Christians and Muslims all can be said to follow Islam in that sense of submitting to God. And in that sense, Jesus followers could be said to submit to God and things like that. So in that sort of loose sense of the word, the Quran has this idea that all these different groups were all submitting to Allah, and they're Muslims in that sense. But then it, you know, as time goes, it develops into, no, these are the teachings of this particular religion and so on. And so as far as 929 and saying the people who didn't fight those who do not believe in Allah, and it goes down the list of various beliefs and practices, but you know, the not following the religion and the not forbidding what Allah and his messenger have forbidden, I think that's the closest you can get, because if you're talking about Muhammad there, and if you're not following what Muhammad has forbidden, then you'll have to be subjugated. I think that's the closest you can come to it. But it would, if you're interpreting it that way, then it just makes no sense of the rest of the Quran. Allah telling us to judge by the Torah and the Gospel, Allah giving different laws. It's in the Muslim sources. They understood there were different dietary restrictions. You've got Jesus sort of, according to Jake's interpretation of Surah 3, verse 50, Jesus saying, sort of overriding some of the earlier commands. But you can grant all of that. It does not refute the Islamic dilemma. You need massive corruption of doctrine, saying, hey, there's new laws and now you have to follow these new laws of the most recent prophet. I mean, that's just along the lines of abrogation. And you have that in the Quran. So if saying this teaching overrules this previous teaching means the previous teaching was corrupted, then the Quran's corrupted, because the Quran has abrogated verses. So anyway, you know what's weird? I think the fundamental misunderstanding that Jake isn't getting, and if I'm modifying it in the future, this is something I will include. They seem to think that we believe that there's some coherent position in the Quran. And if we make these claims from the Quran, then they say, aha, here's a verse that we can interpret as not fitting with that. I don't care. I don't think the Quran is consistent. I think Muhammad's making this stuff up left and right as he goes along.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate point of the Islamic dilemma, is that there is no coherent position. The Quran is fundamentally incoherent. Yeah. And so when he's like, aha, you have to follow the commands of the Quran because of how I'm interpreting this verse. Okay, well, these verses over here say the opposite. So it's just incoherent. However you want to interpret it, it's incoherent. But that could be an actual clarification. Our point is that the Quran is incoherent.
Yep.
So
By the way,
you're not refuting us by saying, oh, well, yeah, that verse says exactly what you're saying, but this verse said something different. Ha ha, we've got you. You didn't get us. You got Allah, right? So that's the actual debate. It boils down to that. It's our position that the Quran is fundamentally incoherent. They have to show that the Quran is coherent and it all fits together and it all makes sense. And what we're seeing is they can't do that. That's why they're all coming up with different responses. They can't come up with a coherent position on what the Quran is saying. And so guess what? When they can't do that, it means kind of starts looking like we're right. It's incoherent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
By the way, I just wanted to say real quick that I got to drop down, but it's good to hear from all you guys. Thanks for having me up, Chris. Great job in your debate, brother Avery. So
Thanks, man.
God bless you, brothers.
Me too.
Hey,
I gotta
God
go
bless
and
you.
I
Yeah.
gotta go entertain my wife.
I gotta drop as well. God bless you. Great debate, Avery. Love you guys. David, whenever you wanna set up that with Malik, I'm the facilitator, the Don King of this. That was my idea. So I'll pass it to my people. We'll get with your people, and we're gonna get with Malik's people, and
My
we're gonna
people
make
agree.
that happen.
My
All
people,
right.
my people have already accepted.
Brother Chris, salam alaikum to y'all, man. God bless you.
Hey,
See you,
salam alaikum.
Thaddeus.
God bless. God
Good
bless
to see you.
everybody.
God bless Logic.
Before this, I wanted to answer Norway.
Oh.
I won't be going to Norway this year. Just to answer your question, but it was nice to meet you. All right, love you guys, man. Love you, brothers, man. And we're gonna be having some fun in these coming days with this debate and reviewing it, clips galore. It's gonna be so good, man. That is, watch it, man. At least watch the cross. At least, well, watch the cross, bro.
Why I got
will.
a surprise live tomorrow night. I'm gonna review the cross examination tomorrow night. So if y'all missed the cross examination, you're gonna have the Imam Claus review of the cross examination and my highlight points and everything at that point in time. Because to me, that like David said, it was like clubbing a dead seal. That it was that bad. It truly was. But hey, God bless Logic. Wonderful debate. Salam Mama C. Thanks for stopping by, man.
See, fellas. Peace.
Also, David and Thaddeus, you guys can also take off whenever you would like as well. We're probably about to shut down here soon. I'm going to read out some of the super chats here. But David, do you have anything you want to say about the debate that you haven't said yet before you take off?
Avery's debate?
Sure.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
What about any of the
Yeah.
What about?
Listen. When that was starting, I was live with AP, and I was looking at the comments of people talking about how GodLogic was destroying. So when I left the comment that Jake is actually a genius for making it, making GodLogic look like a terrible bully who beats clubs baby seals. It was based on the comments. I had already talked to Giant DOC and said, all right, we want to review the discussion between Jake and Chris, and we want to review the debate. But I'm always thinking, if we're going to review it, I'll just wait until we're reviewing it and then watch it, so have a fresh reaction.
That makes sense. And if you and Jay and DOC do a review on the debate, maybe I'll just tag along with you guys instead of doing the review on my channel as well.
Yeah, you could. Not sure. Jai already went to bed when I asked him what order he wants to do it in. Do we want to do Chris tomorrow and then Avery on Friday, or reverse that? But
all righty, well, let me know which other way. And the only other questions I've got was the two questions. How early can we get the David versus Mary debate?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Someone just has to contact James and ask if he'd be willing to host. If he's willing to host that, we'll set up pretty quickly.
We
can do that this month.
Because that's the one I want to see.
And I'll take either side.
So you'll just let Mary choose her own side. You'll just take the other one then.
Yeah, not like Muhammad was willing to let people take either side, but in a completely different sense, I will take either position in the debate.
Just not in the Zut sense.
Not in the Zut sense.
So thank you so much, David. I did see you throwing so much super chats in there just to answer questions. I figured it'd be easier just to send you the link instead of you spending all your money just answering the question. Thank you for coming up live, though.
No, it wasn't just. I mean, I don't mind tossing some cash at Chris every now and then.
Well, I do thank you so much, sir. God bless you for that as well.
All right, man.
And Thaddeus, anything you need to say as well, brother?
No, I think I'll definitely check out the debate. Sounds like a good one for sure. Like I said when I joined, I haven't seen it, and I didn't even know you were going to be live to talk about it, but I saw the invite, so I figured I'd jump in and say hi at least.
For sure, for sure. Anytime I have an after party, the link will always be in the Telegram group. So you'd always welcome to join. And of course, Dizzle, if you ever want to join in any of the after party discussions, just let us know. We'll get to the link as well. Me, Thaddeus, Logic, one of us will send you the link to jump in.
What are what other debates are coming up?
I do. I'm not quite sure.
Isn't IP debating Jake? Is
it the IP and Jake?
I think IP's debating Jake.
I'm not sure. I know that we need to get some more set up. Because I think that there wasn't too many set up at that point because everybody was really waiting for these last few debates with you and Jake and Logic and Jake to be over with. But other than that, I want 2027. I want some new Muslims in 2027. I'm like you, David. I want to popularize people like Jake, the Muslim metaphysician. He's pretty good at destroying Dawa. Central Dawa, I wouldn't mind promoting him a little bit because he's pretty good at destroying Dawa. People like Kenny Bomber, he's pretty good at destroying the Dawa too. Like those are the people I'd like to see do some more debate. Junior, Junior, man, it would be a debate. Who's destroying Dawa more, Junior or Jake? I don't know. That's a toss-up.
These are rough times, man. It's like, back in the day, you had Ahmed Deedat and Zakir Naik and Shabir Ali and so on, Jamal Badawi. You had those guys back then. Then you had like a younger generation start debating. And these weren't the most popular. They didn't become the most popular guys back then. I'm talking like 2008, 2009. Started seeing like Sami Zaatari and Bassam Zawadi and Osama Abdullah and those guys. And they were willing to debate more than the traditional guys. The traditional guys, Ahmed Deedat, Zakir Naik, they weren't going to debate like, is Muhammad a true prophet? Or they're not going to debate that kind of thing. They didn't want Islam being criticized. But then you had these younger guys coming along and saying, we can debate this stuff. We can debate this stuff. And, they just didn't last. They wouldn't last because every new Dawa guy who came along had to have some new bag of tricks. And it would work for a little while, but then people would catch on to the tricks. And then the tricks wouldn't work anymore. So the guys would kind of fade out, but they'd be replaced by a new generation of Dawa guys. And those guys would last a few years and then they would fade out. And then you get a new generation and so on. That's why, think, of Dawa guys, who's actually been popular for a long time and maintained that popularity. No one. Look at the Christians, look at the Christian apologists who are dealing with Islam in 2007, 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
We're all still here. We're all doing the exact same thing. Why? We're not relying on tricks. The Dawa guys, they come out with their tricks. The tricks stop working, and they lose their relevance. They start losing debates and stuff like that, and they get embarrassed. But they have to be replaced by new guys with a new bag of tricks and so on. And it's like we've run the complete course, and they have no new bags of tricks. And so we're just getting like new guys coming along, but it's just stupid, idiotic nonsense, and not like some awesome new trick. And so I don't even know what to do. Like, how are the new guys going to replace all the previous groups of Dawa guys when all the previous groups had their bag of tricks that would at least work for a while? It would at least work for a while. And now they've got nothing but like stupidity. Again, think of like Junior. What tricks? Oh, look, put banana, monkey. Okay, it's not going to do anything, man. So it's like we're sitting here talking, hey, how can we help some of these guys become popular? I don't know if we can, man. That's what I mean. Like, seriously, I don't know if we can. I don't know if there's going to be some next batch of Dawa guys that that actually becomes popular. They're all fighting each other. They can't get along. They're getting dumber and dumber, and they have no bag of tricks anymore. And so we may be seeing the end of Dawah.
We might.
I think they do.
Go ahead, Teddy.
I think they do have one new trick that they are trying. People like Dean, for example, that they are no longer trying to appeal to the Bible. They're trying to appeal to church fathers because they figure no one knows what's in that material, so they can more easily lie about it.
Yeah, see, I wasn't considering that a new trick because like Shabir Ali had done that as far as, if you take this German scholar and combine it with this and combine it with that and combine it with this and so on. He's kind of doing that, but you're right in the sense they've massively dialed it up and made that like their entire case. And so, yeah, you could consider that new, but notice we're gonna destroy that this year, and that's the problem with these guys when they're doing that, and the entire method is we're going to make this so convoluted and appeal to so many sources that you've never heard of before that you're not going to you're just going to give up going and looking them all up and stuff like that. Well, guess what? We're not going to give up. We're going to go through them all, not in the Zoot sense, but we're going to go through them all. And the more lies you guys tell, the more we can expose you. So the result of all this, we'll try to make an argument for Muhammad in the Bible that's impervious to investigation because no one's going to bother to investigate all this stuff. No one's going to bother going through the sources and so on. The cost of that is when we do it anyway, you guys will look like the biggest bunch of liars. You already look like the biggest bunch of liars the world has ever seen. But when we show people how you're lying about scholars, lying about church fathers, lying about everyone in the Bible that you claim to respect, you may dupe people short term. You may convince some gullible Dawah fan that you just gave some awesome argument and stuff. What a powerful refutation. Oh yeah, he quoted this scholar. That may work short term. They're the most short. It's weird. Islam is built for long term. Islam is designed for like long term. The way it's when you're a tiny minority, then preach peace and tolerance. When you have more people and you're able to fight, then fight defensively. When you're the most powerful force, then you violently subjugate everyone. You fight offensive jihad and so on. This, and then again, if you're the minority, then you pretend to be victims and stuff. This all goes back to Muhammad. So it's like, it's a brilliant long-term strategy, which is why it's so weird that all the Dawah guys and all their leaders and so on are extremely short-term thinkers. Whatever I have to make up in the moment to thump my chest at you and say, he didn't know about this German scholar. Okay, if a week later we're going to look up the German scholar and expose you as a liar, you still think that is a win. You still think that short-term thing is a win when long-term you've been exposed as a liar. And maybe one thing wouldn't do it, but when you give us hundreds of things, hundreds of lies in a book, you say, here's a book. It's filled with hundreds of lies that you can easily refute by just going to any source we quote and showing what it actually says. Here is your endless material for the entire year to completely expose us as compulsive liars. It's like, are you stupid, man? Are you stupid? It's like the whole boy who cried wolf religion, just constantly lying. And then guess what? We're not interested in hearing from you anymore.
No, I'd agree 100%. And while you were saying that, right, I was thinking, there is a debate coming up, and I was trying to remember it, and I did remember it when you were speaking. It is Dr. Tony Costa versus Dr. Shabir Ali. On May 30th, they're going to be having two debates. The first debate is going to be, can we trust the biblical view of Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection? And the second debate will be, can we trust the Muslim view that Jesus only appeared to be dead?
I like that.
I having both points of view debated one after another. I do like that. And I messaged Dr. Tony Costa and I asked him if it was going to be in person, because if it is, I'm going to drive up to it and watch it in person as well, because that'll probably be up in Toronto. of course, right? So I'll drive up and watch that one in person. So yeah, that's the debate I was thinking about earlier. So May 30th, that debate's happening.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, Tony Costa and Shabir were debating for years. I think Tony Costa may be the only person who's debated Shabir more times than I have. I debated him like 8 or 9 times. And Tony Costa, I think, is in the teens as far as his debates with Shabir. But nope, those are perfect topics. And Tony Costa is super smart, very, very intelligent, awesome debater, knows his stuff. Shabir, I would say, is about as good as you can get in Islam. And
No,
so
yeah, for
should
sure.
be good. Should be good.
If you're a Christian and you're going into a debate, you actually want to prepare and be ready for somebody like Shabir. Like Shabir is somebody that you would actually have to prepare for.
Yeah, and that's something the Dawa fans and the Dawa guys still don't get. Shabir, I mean, you know, if you're not sure about the argument or something like that, you haven't investigated the argument, you don't know what to believe, and you're just kind of basing your response on the person, Shabir is way more compelling to a non-Muslim Westerner than one of the Dawa guys who, well, you got baked, yeah, you got baked, yeah. They sound like idiots all day. And so, yeah, Shabir would be massively more effective in being impressed, making a good impression on non-Muslims in the West. That's why it's good that they're destroying themselves by putting all these, the Warner and Smash and Hose and all this stuff as their new representatives.
So we got a question from L. L says, how many times has Anthony Rogers debated Shabir Ali?
I don't know.
He's debated him a few times, I know. I don't think
it ain't 8 or 9. It ain't 8 or 9. That's me. No, actually, no. I mean, I'm trying to think. Like he debated William Lane Craig for like 4 debates in like a short period of time. I don't know if they debated much after that or something like that. Tony Costa did a bunch, but yeah, I don't know if there's like someone else up in Canada that Shabir like had kind of regular debates with over the years, like you did with Tony Costa.
No, I live a couple hours out of Toronto. I debated Shabir up at his Dawa Center about 7 years ago, but Tony Costa, I believe, he only lives probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half away. So it's a pretty close commute for either one of them to debate at either spot. And Dr. Tony Costa also has the credentials and everything. So for them two to get together, it's easy, and you have 2 people that are high into their religions and whatnot, right? So it makes sense that they've had so many debates since they live so close together.
Yeah, Tony's super sharp. I've tried to poach him for the United States in the past.
No, we ain't giving him up.
Yeah, I know. That was his response. I was like, get out of there, man. Just come to the U.S., man. Come to the U.S.
He's not allowed to come to the U.S. until I can.
Just saying. Sometimes you got to put down the jug of maple syrup and go to the U.S., man.
I already told my wife, as soon as I get my pardon, the Canadian pardon, and I think I have to get an American pardon too, even though I've never been charged in America before. After I get my pardons, I'm coming to the United States, and I'm coming for a while, and I just may stay. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and if I ever get my pardon, I'll be in Canada. But
you're not going to stay though.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to Canada.
All right, so we got Jay Hubs down in the chat. He says, Jake, the twice baked potato.
Yeah, we might need to start calling him. Might need to start calling him Bake Junkatella. We'll just reverse the letters.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Bake Junkatella. He did get baked twice, though. He got baked by David Wood on the Islamic Dilemma, and then didn't learn his lesson and got baked again on the Islamic Dilemma by Avery. That was wonderful.
You got to, just like with Malik, you know, got to respect the relentlessness. At the end of the day, you know, there's not a lot else to respect there, but the fact that they just keep going,
Resilient.
Got to respect that.
The
You gotta
resilience.
also respect Jake for kind of same idea, but you got to respect him for, you know, saying all the Dawa guys are not very good. And then when everyone got mad at him, say, oh, yeah, they're actually worse than I said they were.
That was legend. That was legend status. Actually, it doesn't matter how dumb he sounds in these debates and how, you know, what he's doing with all the straw men and so on. He got so many cool points. He got so many cool points for January with that whole tier thing. And exactly what Thaddeus said. Here's my ranking. I'm sitting there looking at the ranking going, yeah, it kind of a, you know, you might think this person should be up one spot or down one spot, but overall, pretty good ranking. Seems like he was being honest. And then they criticized him. You're all Fs now. You're all Fs. And I'm like, oh, this guy's awesome, man. This guy's awesome.
I couldn't get over it myself. I thought it was pretty funny. And then to hear the people whine and cry on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
About it as well.
That's what I mean. I mean, he ranked Christian apologist as well. And it was the same thing. I was looking at it, I was going, yeah, it's about right. It's about right. Again, I can see someone going, no, this person should be here, this person should be there, or something like that. But, you know, overall, it wasn't like he was just saying, I don't like this person, so I'll put him down here. But you know, this guy's really nice and he never criticizes Islam, so I'll put him up. It wasn't. He was like trying to actually rank people based on effectiveness or the power, you know, the persuasiveness of their argumentation or whatever it was. But good, you know, good ranking. But then you had what's his name? The Crucible guy, Andrew Wilson. Yep. You had Andrew Wilson, and he's like, I'll give you my ranking and stuff. But, you know, so, like, Christians didn't lose their minds over it. We're all going to declare war over this because we all have to fight over the rankings and blah, blah, blah. We didn't do that. We thought it was funny. We thought it was funny when Jake did it. We thought it was funny when some Christians did it as well. Not the Muslim. They're like ready to go to war. Like, you will raise me up 2 spots. Ijaz Ahmed, if that's my ranking, I'm just giving up. I'm never going to do Dawa again. A bunch of babies, a bunch of spoiled narcissists, man. They're all toddlers. They're psychologically toddlers.
But did you see my tier list for the Dawa guys, where I ranked them on a completely different scale?
Huh.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
it was a LOSERZ scale. And Z was for Zoot. So all of them had it. So it's like liars, and then okay, and then scammers, and then egotists and ragers for violence are the other tiers.
I was thinking of a different R word.
Yeah.
I can think of a couple different R words that would all fit.
Well, I wanted to get something about, you know, having a temper in there somewhere. So it seemed to be the best.
I'm hoping you put the Warner in the Zoot category.
Yeah, it was the most popular category.
They're all in the fine. You're all in the Zoot category.
That was for sexual depravity there. And I mean, I wasn't just like arbitrarily putting people there. A lot of them have reputations for sexual depravity.
True. We got another Zoot chat. Faith can move mountains. Says, can't stay and watch now. I'm going to watch the debate. God bless. That's one of the only reasons I don't mind you leaving my stream. If you're going to go and watch a GodLogic debate, I don't mind you taking off from the stream to go do that. And then we got Omar in the building, my brother from another mother. He says, Mr. Sagara, will you donate pesos for Dawa?
No. I'll give my pesos. The cigar cartel gives our pesos to better causes than Dawa.
The Norway Makin says, why Allah used a Greek word Injil instead of a Hebrew word when gospel was given to Jews as per Allah. Allah didn't know the meaning of gospel.
Yeah, that's a very important point in more than one way. So the point here for everyone who's new to this is Muslims always tell us, what? Ha ha! You think that what the Quran says about a book given to Jesus is the book you have? No, the book you have is written in Greek. Ha ha! Jesus' revelation would have been in Hebrew or Aramaic. And what they're too dumb to realize is that the Arabic word Injil is a transliteration that ultimately goes back to the Greek word euangelion. It doesn't go back to Hebrew or Aramaic. It goes back to a Greek word. So the name of the book that Jesus brought, according to the Quran itself, was in Greek. That's one huge problem. The other is what the word euangelion actually means. It wasn't just any random kind of good news. It was specific kinds of good news. And the kinds of good news that were classified as evangelion, none of them fit the Quran, fit what the Quran says about the book. In other words, the title makes absolutely no sense. The name of the book makes no sense. It has nothing to do. It can't line up with the Quran. And so, but anyway, I'll be making a video about that. I've mentioned it in various places, but I'll lay out the sources and stuff on that.
Agreed. Then we got the Norway guy again. This is the super chat that GodLogic addressed before he left.
Mm-hmm.
So we already got that one in. Jack Ray gifted 10 memberships. Salam Almasi, thank you so much. Thank Jack Ray if you got one of those gifted memberships. And we got Super Wario. He says late night club Masse. Truly a blessing. Love to everyone. Yeah. It's a late club tonight. We about to finish it though, because I got to go to work in about 6 hours. So we're gonna try to lock it up here. Go to work in 6 hours. I got a 12-hour shift, and then I'll try to go live tomorrow night. But we'll see how it goes. At what time you guys going live tomorrow night, David? Do you know?
Probably like 4 or 5.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Eastern time. Mm-hmm.
That'd be perfect. I'll go live after you guys go live then. I'll go live around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time then. That'll be perfect. All right.
I'll be live then too.
Oh, you and AP are probably going live at 8.
No, actually getting a guy most people aren't familiar with, but he's got some awesome stuff.
Okay, well maybe
he's got some awesome stuff on the Islamic dilemma.
All right, well maybe I'll think about holding off my live stream for a couple of days, maybe until Sunday then.
Mm-hmm. In fact, remember in my debate with Jake, the Crossfire, I started asking him about like the will of Allah and is Allah's will divided and things like that. I was kind of gathering information for the guy who'll be on with me tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because he's putting dilemmas like in terms of like Tawheed and so on. Like if you're dividing up Allah's will with regard to his own speech and so on, he starts making different kinds of Islamic dilemmas and so on. So anyway, I basically took a few of the points he was making to see how Jake would respond, and then we're just going to go ahead and discuss it. We're going to discuss Jake's responses and how they lead to other kinds of Islamic dilemmas.
All right, well, that just sealed my deal. I ain't going to go live tomorrow night. I'd rather watch that live. That sounds like a very interesting live. I think most people watching here should be over there tomorrow night. That sounds like a lot of good information that we would be missing out on if we wasn't there. So y'all want to be there tomorrow. With saying that, I want to thank David for joining the stream. Also, Thaddeus, thank you so much for joining the stream. Now, David will be live with Jay and DOC. That will be on Jay and DOC Reloaded tomorrow at 4 or 5, right?
Not sure. I said we're basically going to do one day on either the Chris or Avery on my channel and either in the other one on their channel, but we haven't locked in any. We haven't figured it out yet. So, but I'll know by tomorrow.
All right, stay tuned for Jay and DOC Reloaded or the Apologetics Roadshow, and we'll see everyone tomorrow. God bless you all. Salam al-Masih. And there's only one way to end this live stream. That's with the One Way Apologetics theme song. Here we go.
I will not enable You're silly old fables. You lie on my God, then I'm flipping some tables. Bible, Quran, makes no difference, I'll beg you. Bro, I don't hate, tryna give you a breakthrough. Cause it one way, Jesus is God. Ay, apologetics, one way, ay, apologetics, God bless us. There's one way, Jesus is God. Apologetics, one way, ay, apologetics. Salam, Mama, see y'all, Jesus is God. You can try to change my mind if you think that's haram. Don't manifest on me, buddy, just be still and be calm. Cause today I'm gonna teach you about the real of Islam. Just keep it your and I'll make you a kafir. Hus gon' be Kabir, Habibi should be Shakir. Who's the one true God? Yours cannot compare. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, why I have no fear. Step up and see if all the energy remains. Spend your days in the mental gym and never see no gains. I'm yet to see the evidence to represent your claims. Now I'm starting to think everything you ever said is strange. The scriptures that I'm reading don't need anyone to change. Anything they say so you don't get to run away. Just know that I'ma hold you to whatever you might say. And God is great, I'm ready for you any time of day. I will not enable your silly old fables. You lie on my God, then I'm flipping some tables. Bible, Quran, makes no difference, I'll bake you. Bro, I don't hate, tryna give you a breakthrough. Cause it's one way, Jesus God. Ay, apologetics, one way, ay, apologetics, God bless us. There's one way, Jesus is God. Apologetics, one way, ay, apologetics, God bless. Be not afraid, I'm a man of respect. I love the Lord in his hand I project. That's why your ignorance has no effect. And why you ain't sinking your fangs in my neck. You vipers have wisdom but you lack the innocence. Islamic blissful when you have to live in it. Y'all go against the verse if you ain't feeling it. Make up excuses to add something into it. We not the same, his word is the proof. The facts that you lacking, I'm packing the boot. You panic attacking, I'm slapping with truth. And that's why you have to react like you knew. But we don't have children to marry for one. And we don't have orders to hurt anyone. I know your demons are hurt cause we won. But you can be free if you turn to God's son. Not a neighbor, you silly old fables. You lie on my God, then I'm flipping some tables. Bible, make no difference, I'll bake you. Bro, I don't hate, tryna give you a breakthrough. Cause it's one way, Jesus is God. Hey, apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless us. There's one way, Jesus is God. Apologetics, one way, hey, apologetics, God bless.